accept terms it and European allies have long called unacceptable. CBS's Ed O'Keefe.
Ukraine is expected to give up parts of its eastern regions that Russia hasn't even taken control of, and then have Crimea, Donetsk, and Luhansk regions be recognized as de facto Russian territory. A cap on Ukraine's military size. They'd have to trim their troops numbers by about 200,000 and bring it down to 600,000. That's seen as an issue. And this no to NATO membership is probably going to be a big sticking point as well.
Analyst Michael Bosacue.
If even a portion of this agreement were to be agreed to, that is game over for the Ukraine as we know it today.
President Trump has given Ukraine until Thanksgiving, but deadlines have slipped before. The president's meeting this hour with New York's mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani. They have traded barbs for months, but Finn Gomez reports one common concern they have is affordability. There's a lot at stake for New York City.
The relationship between New York City mayors and the sitting president has traditionally been a crucial one, mainly for the New York mayors, because so much of the city's agenda frankly relies on federal help, federal aid for many programs, transit, public housing, security grants, and even immigration programs, to name a few, and all are core issues for any New York City mayor.
A Central Ohio police officer has been acquitted of all charges in connection with the fatal shooting of a 21-year-old pregnant black woman in a grocery store parking lot after she was accused of shoplifting. Jim Krasula reports.
The verdict brought courtroom cries of, quote, "This is not right," from the family of 21-year-old Takia Young. Sean Walton is the family's lawyer.
Just understanding how hard it is to convict a police officer in this country.
Mark Collins is the attorney for police officer Connor Grubb.
This isn't a racial case. It has nothing to do with any aspect of that.
Young's family is moving forward with a civil case stemming from the 2023 incident. Jim Krasula, CBS News.
CBS's Chris Van Cleve reports on the coming Thanksgiving travel rush.
The airlines are confident they are ready for the rush and believe they will be near or at or above record levels. They've added about 45,000 seats this year compared to last year. Of course, the busiest days, if you're flying, will come after Thanksgiving, with the Sunday after Thanksgiving probably the busiest at the airports and maybe the busiest ever.
On Wall Street at this hour, stocks are recovering from their steep losses this week. The Dow Jones Industrial's up 681 points. The Nasdaq is higher by 328. This is CBS News.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Not only does Progressive let you bundle your insurance, they also give you round-the-clock protection. Quote today at Progressive.com.
Almost a dozen children and adults injured in a grizzly bear attack. Details coming up. At first, KIRO News Radio traffic. Here's Nate Connors.
Thanks, Heather. Northbound 99 at the entrance to Seattle's downtown tunnel. We've got a collision in that left lane. South 5, we're getting crowded from Northgate in the downtown. Linwood to Seattle, though, still looking good at 20 minutes, which is normal. We've got a backup eastbound on the Spokane Street Viaduct heading to I-5 from West Seattle. It starts to back up near Highway 99, delaying your trip by a couple minutes. Down in Pacific, just a reminder, we've got a northbound backup on 167, about a 2-mile solid backup as you head toward that 3rd Street Bridge work zone. Plan on 20 minutes to get through this. Bellevue to Everett, 25 minutes. Seattle to Federal Way, 25 minutes. Olympia to Tacoma's at a half hour. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Heather Bosch. A search is underway for the grizzly bear that attacked a group of elementary school children and their teachers on a British Columbia walking trail.
Prayers left on social media from a member of the Newhook Nation. The bear attacked the group yesterday near the town of Bella Coola, about 260 miles north of Vancouver. One teacher shielded the 4th and 5th graders and fought off the bear. 2 victims remain in critical condition. At least 1 child was airlifted to Children's Hospital in Vancouver. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
We now know what caused a semi-truck carrying live chickens to overturn on I-5 near DuPont this morning. Trooper Cam Watts says the driver fell asleep.
He did wake up out of his sleep, tried to do some steering corrections. It didn't go too well. Ended up going off the roadway. Vehicle overturned.
Dumping those chickens. It took hours for troopers to round up all the birds that survived and move the semi. The driver is okay. Seattle police spot a stolen truck driving erratically through traffic.
Turning westbound, going the wrong way.
They say the thief stopped at a thrift store in Ballard. That's where KIRO 7 TV's Samantha Lomibow picks up the story.
A surveillance video. You see him taking off his black hoodie, then sifting through the rack to change into a blue plaid long sleeve in an attempt to disguise himself. Police body cam video shows it didn't take long for officers to spot him.
Stop. Right now you're being detained. With the Seattle Police Department.
I haven't stolen anything. Officers say they found 25.9 grams of fentanyl as well as drug paraphernalia.
He faces multiple charges. Kirkland police say they have arrested a 42-year-old woman who's accused of allowing her child to slip into a diabetic coma and failing to get her help. The 10-year-old girl died. Detectives are recommending prosecutors charge her with first-degree manslaughter. She's being held on $1 million bail. The DEA and local officers announced the takedown of 2 drug rings in western Washington. They arrested 18 people with ties to Mexico and Ecuador and recovered cocaine, meth, heroin, and more than 140,000 fentanyl pills. DEA Special Agent David Reams.
We stopped over 3.5 million lethal doses of fentanyl from hitting the streets in our hometown, saving countless lives.
Agents also seized guns, explosives, and $360,000 in cash. This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Partly cloudy skies today with highs in the low 50s. It's 51 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO Newsradio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO Newsradio, Northwest News.
And now, it's time for the Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio with your hosts, Jake Skorheim and Spike O'Neill.
Welcome to the show. Happy Friday, November 21st, everybody. Jake Skorheim here, sitting alongside Spike O'Neill. Spike, welcome to the show.
Thank you, brother. Happy Friday, man.
Happy Friday to you as well. Lots of stuff to get to. Super exciting day. Man, that bear attack, those kids in B.C., we're going to talk about that in just a little bit.
I don't know what parents are thinking, man. Letting your kids go to school in Canada.
Isn't that amazing?
The whole country is overrun with wildlife. It's just, come on. What are you going to do something about this?
It wasn't a bear. It could have been a moose. Very scary. Very scary stuff. All right. I'm excited. Wait a minute. Who's that knocking on the door?
I am going to drop a deuce on everybody.
There he is. Luke Ducey joins us now. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey.
Invest some more production dollars into this man's introduction. He deserves.
No, I feel like that.
You think that does
good.
It all? That paints the picture.
I think it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold up your coffee cup next time.
I was going to say, just give me one of those coffee mugs right there. I'm good to go.
Thanks a lot.
Are we allowed to say what it says?
No, but I'm not even allowed to have it in this room.
Joke. I didn't mean for you to actually hold it up.
You folks at home who aren't watching on YouTube are really missing out on such a beautiful element of this program.
Mine's at least a good one. Mine's it's promoting the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. What's yours promoting, Spike?
Healthy,
joking.
Healthy
fiber.
Yeah, fiber. Right.
Healthy fiber.
Yeah,
right.
Good health.
Is there fiber in coffee?
Well, I don't know. It works. Whatever it is. Luke Ducey joins us now. Luke.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about?
Okay, we have a lot of stuff to chat about. Let's start with, because I heard your voice there on the story about the BC bear attack.
Yeah.
Can you give us a little bit of that?
Yeah,
tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So this happened yesterday afternoon. So there's a school there that's part of the Newhook Nation, and they were out on a walk, I guess, with students. There were 11 of them. We don't know exactly the makeup of students to teachers. There were teachers and students, young kids,
fourth and fifth graders.
Right?
Yeah.
We're talking about 10-year-olds, 9-year-olds.
Yeah.
And they're out there, and a grizzly bear attacked them. Now, at least 3 teachers we know jumped in the middle of that bear and those students. One is a real hero. We're hearing stories from multiple people, including I've talked with family members. He jumped in between as these kids were running away. One of the 10-year-olds told his mom told the media that the bear was so close that he felt the bear's fur against his skin when he was running away. This teacher then got his thumbs or fingers and into the bear's eyes sockets at some point, and that's
unbelievable.
And that's what got the bear to run away. There was bear spray involved. At least one teacher deployed bear spray. Some of the kids got hit with bear spray, but we're talking about 2 people in critical condition.
Now, the teacher who got in the way of the bear, he actually had to be airlifted from the scene.
He was airlifted, right, from the scene. But I heard he is doing okay. There is at least one person with a skull fracture. We know that. One child, at least, was flown all the way 260 miles down to Vancouver to Children's Hospital there.
Oh, my gosh.
So not doing well, but scary.
God
just
bless
scary.
those people.
Yeah.
That is so scary. And you know what? That teacher, what a hero.
Right.
Can you imagine being that close to a wild, grizzly bear so close that you're shoving your thumbs into his eye sockets?
Well, the people who live in and thrive in that community, the teachers who teach, the children who go to school in those communities, they have to imagine this all the time. And these teachers were prepared for that. That's not that. There's no more human instinct of us as
you can't
evolution.
Prepare for a bear. I mean, you got the bear spray, but that's an extra. That's extra level. He doesn't take a class. And goes,
I bet he does.
Put your thumbs in there.
I bet he knew how to handle wild animal interactions. I bet when you're walking
Whatever
kids,
he did.
you're walking
Good
kids
job.
on field trips through the outs, of British Columbia, the outback country of British Columbia.
Sure,
you are aware that there's always the possibility.
Well, yeah, but it's like
you're doing it in November. The bears, I think, they should be hibernating by now, but if not, they're getting ready to hibernate. They're stocking up on winter fuel.
Like I've done a bunch of hikes through, family and stuff back in Montana. We go back there every summer. There's grizzly bears. You got to watch out for grizzlies in Montana. But I've never known that you can shove your. I don't ever want to get close enough that I can shove my thumbs in a bear's eye sockets. That's just that guy's a Superman.
Agreed. But I'm just spitballing here. I think the guy probably knew what to do. What else could you? What other weak spots do you have on a bear?
Nothing.
Right?
Yeah. Just kick him in the.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't even shoot him.
You can't even shoot him.
You can't do that.
Right.
He's massive.
They get mad at you when you shoot him. I've seen enough video to know that.
You're right. They do.
You need a big gun.
Oh my gosh, so scary. Well, thank God. I mean, as it stands right now, nobody died in that
Nobody
attack,
died as it stands right now. I mean, let's all, give a little
Hope
prayer
that's
here. Yeah,
absolutely.
But
continues.
just absolutely horrifying.
Crazy.
Horrifying.
Okay, let's move
Speaking
to
of
something.
horrifying.
Speaking of crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
Seattle City Council. Now, I don't live in Seattle, so I don't really have any skin in this game, but I do work here, and I do have to spend money here because I work here. They have now just passed a $9 billion budget, which is they've voted to move it forward.
They're
haven't passed it yet.
about to pass it. Like any.
That's a
I think
good
in the next
chunk of
hour.
change. Tell us a little bit about this budget.
So I think what you're right though. It was passed in the committee yesterday, the budget committee. $9 billion. This is record spending on affordable housing, more money for rental assistance, new funding for firefighters to hire firefighters and police as well. Yeah, full council's about to vote on this within the hour. I think it might be like at 1 o'clock or something like that. I should know that. I don't know that, but it's somewhere around there. So this budget also includes, as we reported this morning, new taxes. There's a new property tax, new sales tax, and a tax on larger businesses to shore up a $102 million budget shortfall that the city is going to have, and I live there, in 2026. Mm-hmm. But outgoing council president, and this is where the story I think gets really interesting to a lot of people, Sarah Nelson, she reminded everyone yesterday during the budget hearing that the city also faces a $140 million budget shortfall in 2027.
So a sizable budget challenge remains, and it could turn much worse if the economy deteriorates.
What she's saying there is if the economy takes a nosedive, property and sales tax revenues, they also take a nosedive because, people stop spending money. So two interesting points to make out of that. During yesterday's committee vote, council chair of that committee, Dan Strauss, said they were never going to solve that problem of revenue in just one election cycle. Never. They knew it from the get-go. And now Bruce Harrell and his administration and his tactics and policies are out. It all falls on Katie Wilson, the mayor-elect, to balance that 2027 budget shortfall to come up with the money, and she's already promised more progressive taxes along the way, but it's up to her to come up with a way now to shore up that and fix that $140 million budget shortfall projected for 2027, and if the economy goes bad, then things get exponentially worse.
Any chance she's going to run, she didn't run on it, but she'll pivot toward a fiscal responsible, pragmatic point of view to spend wisely and trim where necessary?
No, I don't. We're speculating, but no, I don't think so.
Can the city grow its way out of this deficit, which is their only option, right? Is to grow through business and revenue and taxation on people coming to town.
Good luck. Raising business taxes.
Well, the budget. I will say this: the budget. To your point, the budget grew 7% from the last budget. So the budget itself is more stuff. We need more money.
Right. Well, and the only way
Here's
to get
a question.
Go ahead.
Why don't they just spend less money? Instead of having a deficit and growing your budget, why don't you just spend less money?
You might be forced to do that now.
But that's not the worst thing in the world. We all do that. Like when we all want to get a little bit ahead and we all want to see our bank accounts increase instead of decrease. What do, Spike?
You stop. You let go of the extravagancies. You
Luke,
stop. You stay home.
I assume
more
you do
night a
the
week than
same
you wanted
thing.
to.
You figure out ways where you can save a little money. So let's say you have a goal of There's a new vehicle you've got your eye on, or maybe your retirement package isn't looking as good as it once was. You say, hey, you know what? I want to really feel like I can sleep at night. We all just make fiscally better decisions in life.
Can't go out to dinner tonight.
So why does the city never, ever, ever, ever do that?
Well, to play the other side of the coin, I think that we can sacrifice short-term pleasure for long-term benefits.
Okay.
City leaders don't always have that. They've got real problems that need solutions right now. They got real services that need to be delivered right now.
In every department?
I'm not in tune enough to the intricacies of budget management and allocations.
Let's just look at the one that you and I talked about and agree on from the other day, where they were going to start charging 18% more for construction zoning permits.
For permitting, yes, with new construction.
They're going to raise the cost by 18% so they can raise another $8 to $9 million because they're going to have a budget shortfall. And they said, hey, you know what? Instead of having to lay people off because our office doesn't really have much to do right now, why don't we raise the cost of permitting and then we don't have to lay anyone off? And then you and I were scratching our heads going like, well, why don't they just lay those people off?
Yeah, they're raising the cost of permits so they can pay the people they don't need because the business is so slow.
So why not just lay the people off? Don't discourage people from building and making it harder to build in the city, and then it's kind of a win-win. You don't have to pay as much. You don't need as much off the budget. So that's just one department. That's $9 million right there. Imagine if you did that with every single city department, but they don't seem to want to do that. Sorry, Luke, go ahead.
No, I was just going to mention, and along those lines of cuts, we've seen it across the state and in the city of Seattle and King County as well. But, just go and ask some of your friends who, work for nonprofits. Usually that's the money that goes first when it's cut, and then their budgets shrink because they're not getting government money they have to let people go on their staff as well, and
they're getting additionally taxed because of the new tax for performance,
and they're getting an extra 10% tax. You're right, craziness.
Right. It's
it's a doom loop. They call this a doom loop.
So when we usually do these stories, like the budget is balanced. Yay, they did it. Everyone, it's I think. The big point is that the cliff is like the potential for a cliff, I should say, in 2027. It's pretty massive. It is looking really scary to a lot of people, whether they're saying it or not out loud. It's scary.
Hey man, come on FIFA, come on World Cup. Bring those tourists in. Bring those tax dollars in. Bring those revenue in.
I totally agree. It's a fortunate thing.
Right? What's Taylor Swift doing next year? Should she come back in and pump some money in the economy like she did last year?
You have the right idea, which is that you need to entice people to want to be spending extra money in the city.
So you can't really cut. Where do you cut that's not going to inhibit our ability to grow this economy, grow the revenue that the city generates? I mean, it's a difficult balancing act.
You can't tax your way out of it, though. You can't raise taxes
I'm not saying,
business.
I'm not saying the tax. They're already taxed us to within an inch of our business lives.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Their solution is we're going to raise taxes. It's going to make the situation worse because if I was a smart business owner, I wouldn't do business in Seattle where it's way more expensive to do business. All I care about in business is making money, right?
Yeah, but that's where your customers are.
No, they're not.
Sure they are. Of course they are.
You're not making money, so who cares? If you're making money in Everett, who cares where your customers are? If you're making more money in Bellevue, who cares?
I guess the point is there are people in Seattle. We drawing them into Seattle. We're doing things in Seattle that people want to be a part of. The businesses in Seattle, I mean, we're just hoping that more customers come in. That's what I'm saying.
I agree with you, but let's make it easier for businesses so that they can get access to all those people, and then it's better for everybody instead of just ruining businesses.
I'm not saying you're wrong, man. They make it hard to do business.
$9 billion? That's a lot of money. Well, at least it's going to be in the hands of somebody who knows what she's doing. Right?
Oh, thank goodness. We voted for experience.
Katie Wilson, she's going to be running all this. Yes?
You guys are looking at me. I can't comment on this. I'm a journalist.
I apologize.
And I am I would say that I would
rest easy, Seattle. You're in good hands.
We get to be sarcastic.
She's going to have an agenda and she's going to have policies in place, and her agenda will be very targeted, most likely. I mean, I think her campaign has already said that we want to go, tackle the homeless issue. We want to tackle affordable housing. Those are like the two big points, and to do that, I would think that progressive taxes that they want to pass, if they can pass them, they would want to earmark that money for those different agenda items.
And that should help to alleviate some of the issues that keep people from coming to Seattle.
But some of the other areas, maybe like police, and maybe we'll see changes in leadership, perhaps with Sean Barnes if he exits as chief of police. And
do you think she's going to fire him? You think she's going to get rid of him? I hope not. I liked him. He seems like a good dude.
Over the last weekend when asked, her campaign, head of her campaign was asked, and I think the answer was, we haven't made a decision yet, which is not necessarily, an approval.
Did you like him, Spike, when he came in? I liked him.
Very much so. I liked him very much. He comes from a real common sense background. He was a teacher. He's a father. He understands what a community needs.
He was a school resource officer.
Yeah, he's done all the things in his experience that he's bringing to this department.
I think he was a Marine.
Plus, exactly, and he also knows what this city is looking for in regard to leadership of our law enforcement community. And what we've been lacking in the last couple of holders of that job.
And he's net +1 on hirings. Right?
He is. He's up 1.
+1.
It's in the right direction.
He's in the right direction.
Progress, not perfection.
Next year, we're hoping for extra 2 officers on the streets, which would be nice.
I think they'll do a lot better.
I hope he sticks around. I do too. I hope he sticks around. I hope she doesn't defund the police, which is what she has wanted in the past.
I think that's true. She has, but I think everybody has realized that it was a fool's errand. Defund the police was a horrific perspective.
There was nobody today who thinks that it's a bad idea, who back in 2021 didn't also know it was a bad idea.
Oh, I don't think that's the case.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
You think Katie Wilson genuinely had a change of heart in 3 years?
I think
she
that,
went, some new information has come to light.
I do. I think first off, when you see a community that says, please don't take away our law enforcement community's resources, right? And again, I've said this 1,000 times, but I'll say it till the day I die. It was never defund the police. It should have been just called
That was the phrase.
It was, but that was never to my mind. It was never the intent. Reform the police would have been a much better moniker to fly under.
Well, that's why you're smarter than they are.
No.
It was defund the police.
What do you got to say, Luke? Am I smarter than them?
I think the two of you should run for mayor just on it's not like a single, it's both of us together. It's not like a ticket, but
you get like a Calvin and Hobbes.
You get both of us. you get a 2 for 1.
We're like a mini think tank.
We're Laverne and Shirley.
We are. We're doing it our way. Yes, our way.
Laura, have you ever seen Laverne and Shirley?
No.
Come on.
Never seen Laverne and Shirley?
We do this every day.
I cannot believe you guys are still surprised by what I haven't seen.
I'm shocked
I've learned.
You haven't seen that.
I don't want to defund the police. I don't want to ask Laura if she's seen something. I know the answers to both of these questions. I hope the mayor. Let's ask the new mayor to come on, so we can give her our resident feedback on what we think of the police chief in this city, Chief Barnes. And if we have any sway in whether or not she makes a decision to keep him or jettison him for trying some other unknown.
Who would she hire? Who would replace Sean Barnes?
Oh, I can't begin to even speculate. I don't know. I don't know the pool of resources. Do you think you got somebody in mind? Is there somebody out there?
I'm saying I'm just imagining what she would imagine as the person that replace him, and that should be a thought that makes people uncomfortable.
Where does she drink? I want to go hang with her. I'm seriously. Where does she? Does she
find
recreate?
A tea house somewhere.
Box wine. Do I show up with the
sparkling white wine?
Sparkling white wine. Show up with in the can. Okay.
She's not a champagne drinker.
No, sparkling white wine.
Champagne.
You can tell there's a difference. It doesn't come from champagne.
Luke, I know we put you on the spot with what do you think about all this, but you're just here to bring the facts and you do it beautifully.
I'll answer it, but I'll just answer it in a way that doesn't sound like
doesn't cost you your job.
Yeah, it's not my opinion. I'm just saying what the other side would say or what this side would say.
Very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff.
Well, man, I just want to hang out.
We're happy to have him. We like having Chris. Chris. Chris is coming up next.
This guy, he's pacing the halls.
Luke Ducey. Love having you in, buddy. Thank you so much for coming in.
Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend to you as well. And Chris Sullivan's coming up next. Stick around. Be right back.
This hour is brought to you by Caesars Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino.
The John Curley Show.
Katie Wilson is putting her powerhouse transition team together.
Weekdays 3 to 7.
Put everything in place and solve all the big problems that everybody expects to have solved when it comes to government. When I asked her if she's okay with being, the West Coast Mondani, she seemed to have no problem with it. And of course, Mondani, the new mayor of New York, has said that, there's no problem too small that the government can't solve, and the government cares so much. The government's going to care so much, and the government's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Watch the John Curley Show live on YouTube.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Makita knows that pros never settle, and neither do we.
With Makita, you'll get tools that perform at the highest level on every job without compromise. Makita is for the most detailed pros, expertly engineered to deliver precision, job after job. When your work calls for the best, call on Makita. Makita, built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Picture this, you're on a date, and then bad breath happens. Confidence gone. Here's the truth. Most gums and mints are just bad breath Band-Aids, but not Zellman's Minty Mouth. The functional breath freshener you swallow. Tiny dual-action capsules with mint on the outside, parsley seed oil inside, clinically tested to fight the toughest offenders, even garlic and onions. It's only available online. Go to Zellmans.com, Zelmins, Zellmans.com, code FRESH for 15% off.
Husky Nation, the rivalry is on, but this time it's bigger than football. This holiday season, we're taking a fight from the field to the table with Rivalry for a Reason, a competition fundraiser between UW and Oregon fans to tackle food insecurity across the Northwest. Every dollar you donate counts as a vote, and votes are unlimited. So let's outgive the Ducks and show our Husky pride. 100% goes to households in need, thanks to Safeway and Northwest Harvest. Visit dogsvsducks.org today.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here. Wishing you a very happy half-off holiday because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. And Mint is still premium, unlimited wireless for a great price. So, that means a half day, yeah?
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
And now, Tales of Another Way. You've got your same old playlist, but another song about a breakup is just a downer. 2 minutes in your music app, and now you're groovin', man. Sometimes another way is the better way, like the new SR 509 Expressway, the alternate route that'll help manage congestion on I-5 and other local roads. It's tolling now, and you can save $2 per toll with a Good-to-Go pass. Get a free sticker pass at goodtogo509.com.
What a good move I made. Let me tell you a quick story. I've done a whole bunch of races and a bunch of other stuff like that, and my left hip started bothering me about 5 years ago. And I go to the doctor, and he's like, you need a hip replacement. I was like, I'm 60. Yeah, we're going to ask you to wait a little while because we don't want you to wear the hip out. We want you and the hip to go into the grave at the same time. I said, what do you do about all this pain? Well, you could, aspirin, and you could continue to do this and that and, sleep with a pillow between your legs. I was like, no, I don't want to do this. Then I was talking to Bob Stelton over there at the sports department. So he went to Dr. Mark Wagner, and I think he had his hip done as well. So I go in there. I said to Dr. Wagner, can you fix my hip? Takes a look at the MRI. Yes. So I got the stem cell procedure. I'm telling you something. This is the best. If you've been thinking about, surgery for your knee, your wrist, your shoulder, or hip. No. Check out Dr. Mark Wagner and go to drmarkwagnermd.com. That's drmarkwagnermd.com.
Guys, it's time to know your numbers and what they mean. And right now, Revive Men's Health is offering a $400 comprehensive wellness panel for just $99. Free if you start treatment. Offer ends November 30th. Book today at revivemenshealth.com. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
At Care Partners Senior Living, we believe in providing quality care at an affordable price. Instead of spending on luxury and expensive art, we invest in our people and accommodations with a focus on compassionate overall health. Our communities offer independent, assisted living and memory care designed to preserve dignity, independence, and your estate. Affordable, personal, trusted. That's our promise. Please give us a call. We have beautiful Care Partners communities throughout Washington and Arizona. Visit carepartnersliving.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Heather Bosch.
You must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law or our Constitution.
President Trump is drawing backlash for his reaction to that video featuring members of Congress who are also intelligence and military veterans. Trump says they should face trial for sedition, which is punishable by death.
I was disturbed, genuinely horrified.
Washington U.S. Senator Patty Murray among both Democrats and Republicans criticizing the president's comments. With President Trump mobilizing warships near Venezuela, House Democrats are taking action. Congressman Seth Melton.
We are introducing legislation to prohibit the administration from spending a single dollar to send U.S. troops into direct hostilities with Venezuela unless Congress specifically authorizes it.
U.S. military strikes on at least 21 boats have killed 80 people. Trump says he's stopping narco-terrorists from bringing deadly drugs into the U.S. A coalition of parents, educators, and law enforcement is urging Washington state voters to reject two initiatives they call anti-trans. One would ban transgender girls from girls' sports. The other repeals gender identity protections in schools. Brian Haywood with the Let's Go Washington group supports the measures, telling Seattle Red 770.
One of the great things about being in America is this ability to think and speak and act freely, and especially as parents to do what's right for your kids.
Amarinthia is with the Coalition for Ending Gender-Based Violence.
Schools are one of the few lifelines where kids can access a safe and trusted adult. This is especially important for queer and trans kids who are disproportionately likely to face rejection from their family.
And she's urging people to vote no. The Seattle City Council is expected to take a final vote today on a $9 billion 2026 budget.
New taxes helped close a $102 million shortfall, but outgoing City Council President Sarah Nelson says there's another $140 million gap looming in 2027.
So a sizable budget challenge remains, and it could turn much worse if the economy deteriorates.
The 2026 budget includes record investments in affordable housing and rental assistance. It also boosts funding for firefighters and police. Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 466 points. NASDAQ ahead 225. KIRO News Radio traffic. Here's Nate Connors.
All right, Heather, this report brought to us by Kia of Everett. Pacific northbound 167 has our biggest backup at the moment. That's that 2-mile bumper-to-bumper backup heading to the 3rd Street Bridge work zone, delaying your trip by 20 minutes. Once you get through this, though, the rest of the Valley Freeway is wide open. Now, some drivers are avoiding the Valley Freeway backup entirely and sticking to I-5. So North 5 starting to fill in between Fife and Federal Way. South 5 in Seattle, we're filling in from Northgate to downtown. Linwood to Seattle still at 20 minutes. North 5, you're going to hit a brief backup between the West Seattle Bridge and I-90. Both of our lake bridges are wide open. Renton to Bellevue on 405, we're pushing 15 minutes, but I'm seeing building volumes between Factoria and Northeast 44th and Renton near the VMAC. From the K4 to the Telluride to the EV9, be ready this winter with amazing pricing and financing. Now is the time to buy a Kia of Everett. Simple, easy, fun. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Partly cloudy today with highs in the low 50s. It's 51 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the show. All right, we don't often get this guy on to talk about such a silly topic as this one, but this is traffic and chickens. It's a perfect combination for dad jokes. Chris, do you want to start off with one?
Sure. Well, I mean, this was a chicken choke point, if you think about it.
Oh, my.
What?
We went to DEFCON 5.
What? What are you talking about?
Nothing.
That's totally perfectly fine. This thing was ripe for jokes, and I didn't make as many as I should have on Seattle's Morning News because I didn't know the condition of the driver. So
I
to
assume
tell
he's
everybody
fine.
What happened. A truck, a semi carrying up to 1,000 live chickens rolled over on northbound I-5, north of Lacey, just getting into DuPont, but like 1:15 this morning. And what happened, as you would imagine. Got a bunch of dead and squished chickens all over the freeway,
Awful.
a bunch of live ones kind of running around and not quite sure. And I didn't make as many jokes because I didn't know about the driver. The driver's okay.
Oh,
He said
okay.
he fell asleep.
All right, let him go.
Woke up going into the ditch and kind of overcorrected and then rolled it.
What time of morning was this?
1:15 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
Driving northbound. No drugs, no alcohol.
Right.
He just fell asleep. He was cited for second-degree negligent driving. But for about 8 hours, we've had the freeway off and on closed as they try to pick up, one of the most disgusting messes you can imagine. 1,000 chickens kind of smushed on the freeway.
Do we know how many died?
We don't. We don't officially. We know that the thing could have carried up to 1,000, but. And from what my drivers were saying, a lot of them were squished. And then a couple times I get a driver pop. I was like, hey, I saw one chicken over there. He just didn't know what to do.
The getaways.
Because he's probably been in a cage his whole life and didn't know that he could get up and run away because that's the way he's been. Not that you would have found a lot of luck there because that's coyote country.
I think it was an inside job.
I was going to say.
From the chickens. They're going to lose a few.
This feels like a chicken run situation where they maybe.
They're all in the back.
Are they the ones that flip the truck somehow?
Yeah, or maybe it's possible
They clucked a lullaby to put the driver to sleep.
They could have done that's possible. Or the couple of chickens were driving a truck up in front and they slammed on the brakes.
They brake checked them.
Yeah, and then they just rolled over to avoid them. And it was a massive escape. If that was the case, a lot of them perished. And not very many of them knew what to do once they were sitting there.
They knew that, though. They went into it. They said, listen, not everyone's going to survive this.
Right. The question is, would I rather be crushed quickly by a semi on the road or cars driving or be boiled into stew?
You can either be crushed inside this cage or you can live a free bird.
There'll be
trust me, a lot of them got out of the
side
cages.
of the road.
Free range. A lot of them got out, but didn't make it. As our good friend Charlie Harger said, why did the chicken cross the road? It didn't.
It didn't. Did he call it a cluckalypse now? Is that what
No, he said a flockalypse now. Yeah, some people use the word cluck in somewhat creative ways.
We're going to get, not even a joke, 10 minutes from now, I'm going to get an email from PETA.
Oh, you bet.
Of course you are. I'm surprised we haven't gotten one yet.
Who listens to everything we say, and every time we mention an animal, in any way that it all jokes about that animal, especially if we're joking about thousands of chickens.
When was the last time you saw a free-range farm tip over into a ditch? Never. You've never seen that.
But I will say this about PETA. They're incredibly consistent. Although I disagree with much of what they're doing. They at least are very kind in their emails, so it's very nice.
Well, I got a text honestly within like 2 minutes. The first time we did it, they're like, "Well, those chickens shouldn't have been there in the first place." At first, I was like, "What?" I mean, it's not like a. Oh, you mean we shouldn't be eating
farming
it's like,
chickens
okay,
in
I
little
got
boxes.
it. I got it.
Do you guys? But it's all clear now.
Yeah.
Mostly.
I mean, it took like 8 hours.
Let me ask you something.
Don't eat off that road though. There might be some salmonella poisoning.
How do you clear it? Do you hose it into the dishes? And that point, I'm asking
Scoop it
logistics seriously.
Yeah.
At that point, is there decomposing chicken guts on the side of the road?
Well, I mean, they're live chickens, so everything that's in them came out.
Right.
Here's the thing. Animals will take care of this.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, again, if you know this is right there by Mounts Road at the very southwest corner of JBLM on the west side of JBLM there on the freeway.
Yeah.
Golf course right across the street, huge woods over there. I'm sure
a lot of coyotes,
a lot of scavengers will be out there all day.
They're going to have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
true.
much.
Oh, look at you for the Mr. Brightside. Look at you.
Speaking of Thanksgiving, I got to bring this up because it's birds. Do you guys remember what was the show called?
WKRP.
WKRP. It's the turkey drop.
The turkey drop. Okay. We all remember. I actually did. I've only heard it in the retelling because it's now it's legend.
Lore.
It's lore.
Yeah, yep.
So funny. But Spike, Laura, I assume you've never seen this. Laura's she's shaking her head. No, she's never seen it. Can you explain to the audience who may not know what the turkey drop is?
Oh my gosh! First off, welcome to America, people. WKRP is a fictional TV show about a radio station. And
it's like a sitcom, right?
It's just a great sitcom.
Yeah.
And the
Back in the 70s.
The Thanksgiving promotion generated by the station's owner, Mr. Carlson, was going to be to give away free turkeys. And the mechanism was a turkey drop over the parking lot of a shopping mall. And the live news reporter, Les Nessman, 6-time Silver Sow Award-winning news reporter, was doing a live play-by-play of the turkey drop. And just you can't do it justice.
How are they going to drop them?
From a helicopter.
From a helicopter,
And all of a sudden, and you hear this, the turkeys are taking out cars. People are running for their safety. And you hear this.
Like the exploding whale.
Yes. It was akin to the Hindenburg.
Yeah.
Oh, the humanity. I mean, it was, and it concludes with the owner of the station who came up with the idea coming in afterward covered in like feathers and remnants. As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly. And it's one of the truly genius comedy bits of all time.
Yeah. Chickens can't fly either.
Well, they can, just not very far. They can fly for short distances.
Flutter, I guess.
They can't land is the problem.
You do have to clip their wings. We had chickens.
Really?
You do have to clip their wings so they can't jump over the fence. But they can't fly.
Oh, they get airborne for a few feet.
Yeah, they can go like 100 feet.
There you go.
Like in rare instances, most of the time it's like 20.
I wouldn't call it flying, to be honest.
It's fluttering is a very good word. Yeah. But and I think that's probably the case in this case is they were probably, they probably couldn't do much to get away if they got out of their cages.
Poor birds.
So the chickens are going to be clear. The coyotes are going to be happy.
Yeah, it's going to be a smorgasbord down there.
Is there any other weather-related road stuff as we head into Thanksgiving week of travel that our audience should be aware of?
Well, they're expecting snow in the passes, so that's always something
supposed to be one of the
keep in mind.
coldest weather breaks over the Thanksgiving holiday.
So we've got
break.
that, and this weekend we've got some. If you're leaving town this weekend, we've got your Revive I-5 is back. So 2 lanes of southbound 5 are going to be closed across the Ship Canal Bridge tonight. There are going to be some closures up in Bothell on 405 because of the new traffic signals they're putting in the middle of the freeway on 522. Of course, the bridge work in Pacific is underway, so there's some construction to go. Oh, and you can't go eastbound on 520 from I-5 to Montlake the whole weekend. So, yeah, there's some stuff to go around to get in your way.
Are you, Chris, planning on traveling for Thanksgiving?
Nope.
Are you staying in town?
No, we're staying in town. We got a small crew. Tommy's working, so we'll just kind of...
Your kid's back from college permanently.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
not
is.
permanently.
Be our
He's gonna
first
live
time
with you
missing the
forever.
Cat Grizz game tomorrow, the Brawl of the Wild between Montana State and Montana for the Big Sky Championship tomorrow in Missoula.
You're going to miss that.
Yeah, first time we haven't been to Cat Grizz in 5 years. So
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I know, but I guess I don't want to travel to Missoula.
No, it's
not a
long
big
way.
fan of that town.
And it's cold. What's the weather like there this time of year?
Well, it can vary. I mean, it's going to be balmy. It's going to be great. It's going to be like 42 at kickoff tomorrow, which is going to be great. I mean, you might as well be wearing shorts. We've been to some. I mean, if you think about, 3 years ago when they played in Bozeman and College Game Day was there, it was the coldest college game day on record. It was -5 when the show started, and at kickoff, it was.
I watched that game.
Was 0.
I remember that game.
It was 0 when that game started. So it can. Yeah, the fact that it's 42 in Missoula.
That is.
Shirtless.
Your
guys are
men
going
in
to
the stands.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So go Cats.
Go Cats. All right, Chris Sullivan, thanks for coming in. Watch out for chickens if you're driving down there by JBLM.
Hold your nose for a while.
We'll
stretch of road.
Yeah.
We got a lot more coming up, so stick around.
Seattle's morning news.
Hi, I'm Charlie Harger.
And I'm Amanda Factor.
We are gearing up for the holiday week, and so are Bellevue Police.
Hint, retail thieves beware.
Casey McNerney from the King County Prosecutor's Office joins us for Crime and Punishment.
Sunday morning football, Hawks highlights from Tennessee.
All the day's news, traffic, and weather.
I hope you can join us Monday 5 to 9 on Seattle's Morning News.
We're on YouTube, our app, your smart speaker, and 97.3 FM.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like frames. Because you found a classic 70s concert poster. But when you went to get it framed, you realized the frame will cost about 4 times the amount of the poster. Which is actually absurd because no one will be looking at the frame, and if they are, then you severely overestimated how cool this poster is. But then you remember by switching your home and auto to Progressive, you could save hundreds and put it towards a classic 70s concert poster in an absurdly overpriced frame. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/facts or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
And now, Tales of Another Way. You've got your same old playlist, but another song about a breakup is just a downer. 2 minutes in your music app, and now you're groovin', man. Sometimes another way is the better way, like the new SR 509 Expressway, the alternate route that'll help manage congestion on I-5 and other local roads. It's tolling now, and you can save $2 per toll with a Good to Go pass. Get a free sticker pass at goodtogo509.com.
Hi, I'm Justin Shirley. We offer 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 24 months on new roofs. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF now. State Roofing and Exteriors, held to a higher standard since 1968.
Do you need glasses or contacts and you're now at the age where you also need readers? K2 Vision RLE is the permanent solution to eliminate the need for all those. Hey, it's Doctors King and Kopstein from K2 Vision. Andy, for those nearing age 50 or so, refractive lens exchange can be a great alternative to LASIK.
That's right, Joe. K2 Vision RLE is a terrific permanent solution for a lifetime of great vision. The older we get, we experience the dysfunction of our natural lens, which affects both distance vision and requires the use of reading glasses. Plus, after K2 Vision RLE, you will never develop a cataract.
And like LASIK, K2 Vision RLE is quick and painless. The question is, which procedure is right for you?
After replacing more than 100,000 failing lenses, we have the experience to tell you if it's your right time for RLE.
Schedule your free Zoom consultation with us about K2 Vision RLE to get your eyes seeing young again, permanently.
Go to k2visionrle.com, k2visionrle.com.
What if you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a 6th sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family is banking on bandwidth. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger. But your Wi-Fi? It would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply.
This might be the most surprising statistic I've shared in decades of doing local news. More than 75% of commuters will be involved in a car accident at some point. JP Pendergast of Pendergast Law with more.
What makes it more surprising? The average person will be involved in 3 to 4 collisions in their lifetime.
With accidents unbelievably prevalent, what are some safety tips if it happens to you?
Safety first. Secondary collisions are not uncommon while awaiting help. Turn on those hazards and remain in a safe place. If a bystander witnessed the accident, capture their information and encourage them to remain at the scene. Seek medical attention immediately if needed, as delaying can be a costly mistake. Lastly, remember that statements made to police and insurance adjusters can affect your case.
Collisions are more common than we'd like to think. If you find yourself in one, follow these helpful tips and then call my friends at Pendergast Law.
If you or a loved one's injured in a car accident, call Pendergast Law. We can help.
PendergastLaw.com.
Cars for Kids, the easy way to donate your car. Donate today and your car can be picked up tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.com or 1-877-CARS4KIDS.
A 15-year-old girl who chewed through a rope to escape a serial killer.
I used my front teeth to saw on the rope in my mouth.
The killer prowled the Pacific Northwest in the early 70s. He's been convicted of murdering 2 young women, but suspected of many more.
Maybe there's another one in that area.
Follow and binge all episodes of Stolen Voices of Dole Valley, available now wherever you listen.
All right, welcome back to the show. Spike, are you an easy flyer? Do you fly well? Not like personally.
No, I understand.
Can you get
the
on a plane comfortably and fly without worrying about it?
My wife doesn't have that luxury of.
Yeah.
She's a very anxious flyer. I'm not. I'm easygoing. I know it's the safest way to travel.
Statistically, it's the safest way to travel. You're more likely to die by donkey. That's a real
fact.
That's a real fact.
Right. Yeah.
So, did this scare you at all? This story about an air balloon? Did you see this?
I saw the
weather
story.
balloon, not an air balloon, a weather balloon.
Weather balloon released out of Spokane, if I got it right.
Released out of Spokane. You've seen these before. They release them, and the higher they climb, the larger they get. because of the way it
atmospheric
works
pressure.
and atmospheric
Yeah,
pressure.
yeah.
So the balloon itself is just like paper thin.
It's like a Mylar balloon you buy for your kid's party, right? Even thinner.
I would say even thin. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just because
even
the
thinner.
size that it gets. But
Expands
when
through
it
the
gets
pressure,
very, very
barometric
high.
pressure. Yeah, and it goes up to what 30. This one was a 37,000 feet.
Yeah, 37.
Right, and moving along at a clip of I don't know how many
73 knots.
knots per hour. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's taken by the wind.
It gets going.
That's its job. Yeah.
So this thing gets released. Let's see. It was launched in Spokane
just yesterday, right?
They said that it had traveled. Well, it was this event happened a few days ago.
Oh, okay.
The event happened. I believe it was that October 16th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But it was
October
a day before the strike is when
but
it was
October
released.
15th. It was
Right.
the day before.
Okay. Yeah.
So they released this thing out of Spokane. It gets up there by a company called Windborne Systems. Then the company reported losing contact with the balloon at around 6. Sometime it sends these little signals back with information. So sometime between 6:36 and 6:43. And it's right around 36,000 feet, and they lose contact. Now, what ended up happening was it looks like it collided with a United Airlines 737.
Exactly.
I didn't even know that this was possible, that they would be in the air traffic lanes, but the plane smacks this thing. Listen to the description of this. Here's the incident. Captain told investigators that he had just spotted an object on the horizon when a loud bang reverberated through the cockpit and the first officer's forward windshield shattered outward. The blow sent pieces of glass across the flight deck, cutting the captain's right arm. The crew declared an emergency, coordinated with air traffic control, and began descending. After the first officer's window overheated, light illuminated, the pilots completed the applicable checklist and consulted with dispatch before diverting to Salt Lake City. The captain bandaged his arm and then resumed flying duties to help in the landing process. Then when they got on the ground, emergency vehicles were there and they
escorted him to the
got the
terminal.
captain out of there. What I didn't realize, though, was that a balloon could shatter the window on a plane. That scares me. Why are we sending up weather balloons?
Well,
if they can smack into planes and shatter windows.
Well, the problem in this story, you're right. No, those are genuine concerns. This is something made out of tissue paper, roughly.
Essentially.
Right. And this window is designed to take bird strikes, right, which are just like meat missiles through the sky, right?
Yeah,
We've all seen the Sullys, the whole
They say the
Hudson
airline
thing.
is built to withstand a 4-pound bird and designed so that even with a pane failure, so the window pane failure, the cabin pressure can be maintained, which is not what I remember from movies. Anytime a window goes out in a movie, everybody just
gets sucked out. Well,
sucked out.
those are double windows on the front of that plane because it shattered the front one, and the force of
And the
impact
interior one.
shattered the interior one. That's what cut the captain. So it didn't have like an open window flying down to Salt Lake as they made an emergency landing.
Yeah.
The trouble here is that the weather balloon company lost contact with it because they know that these things often elevate to flight pattern levels, right? Elevations.
Mm-hmm.
And pilots are well aware, and then that's where air traffic control comes in. You want to you're clear up to this altitude or down below that altitude, and you have something coming into your horizon. Be aware of your flight path. But when they lose track, and they didn't lose track of it for long before this plane hit it head on. It's like a 1 in a million chance that this would happen.
Well, I'm wondering if I'm guessing they lost track of it because the plane hit it, right?
No, I thought they lost track of it prior to the plane hitting it.
Well, they said the final transmission was between 6:36 and 6:43, unless it's constantly tied into their system. I read that as it sends little pings back and forth.
Yeah, constantly, yeah.
And sometime in that window, it got hit by this plane.
Maybe somebody in aviation who understands the dynamics of the situation we're describing can give us a better assessment. To me, I think that what I read from it, they lost track of the monitoring of this thing, which kept air traffic control from being able to alert the pilot to be aware of this thing on its horizon. And they noticed something small on the horizon, and they're clipping along it. I don't know, 240-some knots. I don't know what the miles per hour that
Here it
equates
is,
to.
395 knots, which is 454 miles per hour.
He saw something on the horizon, and that quick, it hit the wind. It was that quick into the windshield.
You can't swerve at 500 miles an hour.
It's like turning a tanker. No. Yeah. So it
didn't make me feel good. It did not make me feel good about flying that balloons are up there.
Well,
I know they're up there, but I just assumed that they weren't
they
in
know where
danger
they are
of bringing the plane down.
Right, and they move around them because they were aware where they are. You asked me if I was an anxious or nervous flyer. I didn't used to be.
Yeah.
But now, one more thing to worry about. I mean, and this is an anomaly in the system. Those balloons are tracked on a constant basis, and the information is relayed to the pilots who are consummate professionals.
But once they get up there, you can't steer them.
You're one dead battery away
balloons.
from this thing floating into your flight path and you being no warning.
Can you
and
imagine?
It takes you out.
Can you imagine how difficult that job must be for those air traffic controllers, or like people whose job it is to make sure that these planes are going where they need to go? That they also have to worry about just random air balloons,
Randoms, yeah,
or weather balloons from Spokane,
and they track not just weather balloons but weather patterns themselves. You got turbulence ahead. They got to move down to this level, up to that level. You ever look at one of the screens that an air traffic controller has to look at with all the different traffic that's on one of those screens?
I've seen it in Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
It's nuts.
I don't know if it's developed in the last 50 years, but I assume it's even busier than that.
I've only seen it through movies and through television, right? Through renditions of it. But you're looking at a screen with literally hundreds of moving parts, and you've got to know everything about everything that comes into your specific designated field of control.
Crazy.
And and we just thank goodness they're all back to work and they're getting paid and they're not taking side jobs. They're not driving Uber Eats.
It's unbelievable. This plane is fine.
It is.
It is
Good
stuff.
Speaks well to the crew and the structure of the plane. Yeah.
Good job, plane. Good job, Boeing. All right, we got a lot more coming up. Washington State Ferry System. We're going to start next segment. You're going to love it. Stick around.
Good news, ferry news.
Choke Points with Chris Sullivan.
With Choke Points, we try to answer listeners' questions. It can be as simple as a neighborhood stop sign, or it can be as big as the budget for transportation. I don't care. I'll find the answer for you. It's really easy to get a hold of me at mynorthwest.com. We have a direct link there that gets right to me. You can also do it in the app. You can hit me up on the text line.
Choke Points, presented by Carter Subaru. Tuesdays and Thursdays on KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM.
Hey everyone, Hartley Wilcox here. And I'm Charlie Wilcox from Wilcox Family Farms. Our family's been raising hens and gathering fresh eggs right here for over 100 years.
That's right. Our hens roam free on green pastures, soaking up the sunshine and living their best chicken lives.
We don't do shortcuts. No cages, no chemicals, just honest-to-goodness eggs laid fresh every day.
And when you buy Wilcox eggs, you're not just getting breakfast. You're supporting local farmers like us. Clean food, and a family that's been doing it right for generations.
So next time you're at the grocery store,
skip the out-of-state eggs and grab the ones with our name on them.
Wilcox Family Farms. Fresh, local, trusted. Find fresh Wilcox eggs at Fred Meyer, QFC, or Amazon Fresh. And for a healthy snack on the go, grab some ready-to-eat hard-boiled eggs in a convenient to-go 2-pack. Wilcox Family Farms eggs, locally fresh since 1909.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Step into Seahawks game day at the Pro Shop, where the roar of the 12s begins. And official Seahawks gear is always within reach.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
This is the Pro Shop. Visit the official store of the Seattle Seahawks, located at Lumen Field and the Landing in Renton.
Carpoolers using the SR 167 Express toll lanes now need a Flex Pass set to HOV mode to ride free. That's a change. Having Good to Go always costs less than pay by mail. That is not a change. Learn more at goodtogo167.com.
Stacey Rost here from Seattle Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, this is for you too. Stubborn fat is really hard to get rid of. And then there's all those gimmicky lasers, fat freezing methods, prescriptions. But imagine a simple solution that takes just one day and provides immediate noticeable results. Introducing ProSculpt ProSculpt uses air-assisted technology that's safe and gentle, yet powerful, delivering instant fat-reducing and skin-tightening results. Performed by board-certified plastic surgeons while fully awake, ProSculpt contours your body with minimal downtime. It's designed to target problem areas: waistline, face, neck, arms, thighs. ProSculpt gently removes unwanted fat and tightens loose skin with FDA-cleared plasma technology, all in a simple, guaranteed one-day procedure. ProSculpt is one and done. For your free consultation and $250 off, visit ProSculpt.com for powerful permanent fat removal and skin tightening that works for ladies and you men. It's ProSculpt.com.
Nothing makes a gathering great like Eggland's Best Eggs. They're just so delicious with better nutrition, too. For them, it's eggs any style, as long as they're the best. Eggland's Best.
KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Cammie McCormick. New York's Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani is at the White House meeting with President Trump, who has called him a nut job and a lunatic. Mamdani has called Trump authoritarian and a despot. Trump has said he has been called worse and added they had a great meeting and tackled some tough issues, mainly affordability.
We talked about some things in very strong common, like housing and getting housing built and food and prices, and the price of oil is coming way down. Anything I do is going to be good for New York. If I can get prices down, it's good for New York, and we've got them down, way down from last year.
There is a new U.S. peace plan to end the war between Russia and Ukraine's president says his country may soon find itself with a very difficult choice: a loss of dignity or the loss of a key partner. Linda Kenyon reports.
President Trump says Ukraine has until Thursday to accept the framework. Speaking on Fox Radio, the president was asked if that deadline is firm.
If things are working well, you tend to extend the deadlines, but Thursday is, we think, an appropriate time.
On the Brian Kilmeade show, the president said he has no plans to remove Russian oil sanctions.
They're very powerful, very powerful. I mean, it makes it very hard to sell oil.
Oil sales substantially fund Russia's war against Ukraine.
The plan calls for Ukraine to hand over territory, reduce the size of its military, and give up hopes to ever join NATO. The Europeans have been following the developments closely, even though they were left out of the decision-making along with Ukraine. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen.
A key principle we have always upheld, and that is nothing about Ukraine without Ukraine.
There was a court hearing today on the case against John Bolton, Trump's former national security advisor, accused of mishandling classified information. CBS's Scott McFarland was monitoring.
It was a brief hearing, but you got a good sense of where this landmark prosecution is going, right into the slow lane. It's possible there is no trial date set for this case, this John Bolton criminal case, in 2026. That's the kind of timeline we're looking at.
Delays and cancellations are still plaguing some of the nation's airports ahead of the busy Thanksgiving holiday. This traveler stuck in Dallas.
Well, we got here, our flight had been delayed a few hours, and then when we checked in, right after we put our bags in and got into checkout, it got canceled. So we're heading to Fort Lauderdale, but we can't catch a flight until 7 a.m. tomorrow.
The holiday could set records at the nation's airports. On Wall Street today, stocks surged after a lot of losses this week. The Dow Jones Industrials finished up 493 points. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
School children and teachers attacked by a grizzly bear. Details coming up, but first, KIRO News Radio traffic. Here's Nate Connors.
All right, Heather, Seattle Sports has the update. We're looking pretty good on our major roadways. Only minimal backups here and there. Nothing too big. Heading into Seattle, South 5 is crowded from Northgate into the downtown, but you're at freeway speeds here, so it's about a 25-minute trip from Linwood to Seattle. North 5 has cleared out. Our lake bridges remain wide open. South 405, you're slowly filling in between Factoria and Renton. Bellevue to Renton, give yourself 15 minutes. Of course, we've got our work zone in Pacific, northbound 167, a 2-mile solid backup approaching that bridge work zone. 20 minutes to get through it. WashDOT just announced that tonight at 11, they're going to shut down northbound 167 between Stewart and Ellingson to restripe the roadway. They'll be done by 3 a.m. Another big project, South 5 heading into Seattle. We're down to 2 lanes across the Ship Canal Bridge this weekend, so the express lanes will stay southbound only. Lanes will start closing at 10 o'clock. Download the Seattle Sports app to stay in the know with the latest news, scores, and opinions about your favorite teams. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Heather Bosch. 11 people, including several school children and their teachers, are recovering after being attacked by a grizzly bear on a British Columbia walking trail. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey talked with family of one of the victims.
Macy tells me she watched the injured 4th and 5th graders walking back to their school moments after the attack.
They were crying, they were screaming, their hearts were racing, obviously.
The bear attacked the group yesterday near the town of Bella Coola, about 260 miles north of Vancouver. One parent told media her 10-year-old son felt the bear's hair against his skin as he ran away. Teachers jumped in front of the bear to save the children. One gouged the bear's eyes and it ran away. He was airlifted to a hospital. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
Troopers say a semi-truck crashed, spilling live chickens all over I-5 near DuPont this morning.
Based on his own claims, he fell asleep while he was driving. He was cited for negligent driving in the 2nd degree.
It took hours for troopers to corral the chickens and move the semi. The driver was not injured. In University Place,
we have a warrant for your arrest. Come out with your hands up.
Pierce County deputies arrested a man they say vandalized his own neighborhood.
Deputy Carly Capetto says the damage was extensive.
Mailboxes had been rummaged through, parked vehicles had been damaged, and several light fixtures could be seen broken on the homes.
The suspect, a 48-year-old man, was caught on video and tracked to his nearby home where he was arrested.
Your warrant is for malicious mischief in the 1st degree.
This seems excessive.
He was also charged with 1st-degree theft. James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
Amazon is paying Prime members refunds after settling a federal lawsuit over deceptive signups. The FTC says Amazon misled customers and made cancellations difficult. Refunds could reach $51 for those who qualify. The Seahawks head to Tennessee to face the Titans, a team with the worst record in the NFL. But Hawks coach Mike McDonald says he's not overlooking them.
They're going to take our A game. You know, we're studying the tape and understanding distributions and what they like to play and all that type of stuff. But I'm really been pleased with our guys' intent this week on trying to improve every day.
The Hawks look to improve to 8-3. It's an early kickoff Sunday at 10 a.m. here on 97.3 KIRO FM. This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Partly cloudy today with highs in the low 50s. It's 53 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
And now, it's time for the Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio with your hosts, Jake Skorheim and Spike O'Neill.
Welcome back to the show. 1 hour down, 2 hours to go. It's a Friday, so we are going to be doing Friday favorites 1 hour from now. If you guys have Friday favorites you'd like to suggest to us, you're more than welcome. We will take those under advisement. 888-973-5476. Let us know what your favorite story was this week or your favorite piece of audio that you are just dying to hear again before your slog of a weekend. No, just kidding. Weekends are great. I'm excited too.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. Seahawks are playing. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully get a win again. That would feel nice. So get those suggestions in. 888-973-5476 before 2 o'clock. All right, Spike, we have a lot of stuff we got to cover. A lot of great stuff. Should we start with this Washington State Ferry story?
Yeah, but
last hour.
Let me make a confession to you.
Okay.
I'm not in a good space about this story. I don't think I'll have a popular opinion on this.
Okay.
I hate being that guy. But
okay, let me tell the audience members what it is, and then
yeah.
I'm interested in what your opinion on this is, because I don't see any other response. But
okay, what do you got?
Washington State Ferry System, just in time for the holidays, which is nice. They sell merch, and you can buy merch. You can buy a lovely tote bag. Can we post these photos, Laura, of what Washington State Ferries is selling right now? Look at that. Looks like a tote bag. There looks like
books and toys and caps.
Is that a box of chocolates?
Milk
Milk
chocolate
chocolate medley?
Yep.
Milk chocolate medley. Looks like, is that a puzzle or some sort of I don't know what that is. On the
looks
top
like
there.
A coaster? A little.
Oh, you're right. That
trivet,
might be a
right?
coaster.
They call this a trivet?
looks like there's also a baby like a little beanie for a baby, right? A little infant.
Yeah.
Laura, is that what these are? Are we seeing
is that a hot pocket? What is
I think the one at the top with the fairies and the blue water.
Yeah.
That's a reusable dish towel. Have you guys
Okay.
seen those in like
reusable
Met Market?
dish towel.
Okay. Yeah.
Unlike all my throwaway dish towels that I have. That's genius.
Like those paper towels that you can wash and use again and
Yes.
again. Those kind of things.
It's more like a paper towel.
Is that in case there's a leak on the boat, or is that a spill in the galley? That's for your home use. Okay.
All right. So
I'm
they have
sorry.
these
I'm a little
recyclable things. So they have a real neat hat. If you're interested in a Washington State Ferry hat.
Artwork
or
is beautiful.
impersonating an employee.
Ooh, look at Laura.
Maybe you can pretend to be an employee to get on the boat so they can actually leave the dock because they don't have enough employees to leave the dock often on these boats. That would be interesting. I don't know if they'd let you actually work. Usually
Volunteer day?
There's some union dues.
Hey, want to get the boats off on time? Come on down and volunteer.
Spike, do you love these? Do you not love these?
You've drilled right into my problem with this issue.
Okay.
Now, maybe I'm speaking out of turn. If this is a revenue generating idea because they're trying to raise more money to hire more employees to keep the boats on time, then I'm all for it.
Sure.
If they're part of their ferry operation budget is to promote ferries, to increase people thinking, hey, maybe I'll take a ferry.
To promote awareness.
To promote awareness. So,
Sure.
It seems to me that the ferry customer base is a dedicated base. We got to get over there. This is the only way to get there, or the most efficient way to get there.
It's quite literally a captive audience.
Exactly. So, what's going to get people to decide to take a ferry more? Let's brainstorm this a little bit.
Yeah. Let's you and me try to figure out how to make that more money.
If someone is going to decide if they're going to take a ferry boat to get across the peninsula or drive around, what's going to make them decide that? A cool hat, handy tote bag, reusable dish towel, or maybe boats that run on time, that are adequately staffed, that don't spend 6 hours in a ferry line every summer weekend.
That seems a lot to ask.
Is
that
it?
They run on time.
Is it? That's my problem. If you want to focus your efforts, Washington State Ferry System, focus your efforts on having properly maintained, adequately staffed, on-time scheduled
Too much common
boats.
sense. It's too much common sense. No, that's
Well, then
unreasonable.
my work is done here.
What they're
my
trying-
other problem is, what the hell's the whole state doing on a ferry boat bag? Do you have a ferry over to Spokane? Do you?
Yeah, you're right. That
you
doesn't
got a
make
ferry
sense.
going to the Tri-Cities, the Walla Walla? You got one running up the Columbia? Do you?
You're totally right.
How about a ferry
Makes
that
0 sense?
How about a ferry bag that accentuates the beauties of the Puget Sound?
Yeah.
With all the routes and the little different waterfront island communities
How about the
serviced
San
by
Juans,
Washington, right?
State Ferry?
Right?
Yeah, none of that. I
Not
see
the
a killer
high
whale.
desert.
That's neat.
The Palouse? You want to take a ferry to the Palouse?
What is that,
Who
Mount
drew
Rainier?
this? Who mailed this idea in?
They clearly did. These don't seem like very good items. Also, would you be serious question? You're at one of these kiosks. They have one of these. I forget where it's at, but they have. Let's see here. They have at the Puget Sound Traders in our Coleman dock.
Yeah, sure.
They'll have these available.
And I'm sure somebody in marketing put their heart and soul into this.
I wouldn't be sure about that.
No. This may be somebody's very best work.
Well, if it's their very best work, then it fits in with what I've seen from the Washington State Ferry System.
A rumph.
Question for you. Would you be moved to purchase any of these things? If the goal is to either raise awareness or just to make more money so they can hire people.
Support the folks at the fair. You know what I buy?
Would you be moved to buy any of this?
You know, I buy one thing out of there. One thing only.
Box of chocolates.
Floating key ring.
Oh. Do they have that?
See the little white? That's floating key ring.
Yep.
Practical and attractive.
It's a good idea.
Promotes the ferry system, right?
That makes sense.
And I got to know, is that a baby's little beanie in that?
It's a baby beanie. It
is
looks like a baby beanie to me.
Is it? Does it say? Is that in case your kid falls overboard? Is it a flotation device?
I don't know I don't know why they would settle on just a baby beanie.
Because it's cold when you take your kid out of the boat, out of your car on the boat, right?
Oh, okay.
Right, you're going to take your toddler upstairs to maybe get a little snack at the galley.
Yeah,
right.
You can shove a chocolate in their face too.
Sure.
People love feeding babies chocolate. We've come up with a couple extra of these. I don't know if you've seen these yet, Spike.
No, I haven't. Do you have other merch?
We have other
that's
merch.
possible?
I think because I just came up just very quickly before the show started. I said, "Hey, what would you rather buy? Would you rather buy serious things or jokey things?" So here's one, and it's on the back of a shirt, and it's a Washington State ferry boat. This looks more like one of the walk-ons, and it says, "We'll get you there eventually."
Did you make this? This is great.
I did. Just put these together. You can put anything together in 5 seconds. So I would buy that. I'm much more. So you tell me as a voter. You guys can see this on YouTube if you're joining us on streaming right now, YouTube or KIRO Radio App.
Yeah.
Would you be more likely to buy the aforementioned Washington tote bag
to nowhere,
or this joke Washington State Ferry shirt?
Hey, You're late, but what a view.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a great view. Enjoy the view. You got a long time to enjoy it.
Doing it.
Do we have another one, Laura, we can shift over to? This is another one. Washington State Fair is ghosting you since, well, whenever we feel like it. Because sometimes the boats just don't show up, and they just are.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, you're right.
And then they send out an alert. They say, well, we had one guy call in sick.
Yeah, Steve couldn't make it again.
So we're going to just cancel this today.
What are you going to do? It's Steve.
We're down to one boat. I think maybe there's one more.
You laugh so you don't cry.
We can't see this one. Could we make this one a full screen, Laura? Washington State Fair is running on island time and sometimes not running at all.
You've got a real gift, my friend. This is beautiful. And first off, that's beautiful artwork. I'd buy a tote bag with that on it.
It's a watercolor.
As opposed to this map of Washington thing.
Yeah.
And again, no disrespect to the artist involved, but how does that say ferry boat to you? I get it that it accentuates.
There's no ferry boat on it.
It accentuates all the wonders that is Washington State. Wine country's on there, right? There's some boots from out the Eastern Washington way. It's country out there, Yeah. There's cherries on there. There's skiing on it. I get it. It's beautiful. It doesn't say ferry to me.
Doesn't say ferry?
Doesn't say ferry boats to me.
Yeah. I think they missed a huge opportunity.
Oh. If you want
they can have those free charge, by the way.
Yeah.
That's my donation to the Washington State Ferry System because I want them to run well.
I would love to be in a think tank with the people who put these ideas together.
It's not much of a tank.
It's a kiddie pool.
Yeah.
It's an inflatable kiddie pool.
You and I can solve so many problems. Luke Ducey said this last segment. He was right. If you and I put our brain trust together and we became two halves of one brain,
a consulting firm,
and we made all the decisions for how you run the city of Seattle. We could do it.
Hey, but why stop at Seattle's borders? Now we're crossing the Sound, right?
We're international.
We are reaching. We're going into international waters. Sure.
Why not?
Right.
We could do it. We can make more money for them. I'd buy that merch any day of the week. If you guys have suggestions, you could come up with some on AI. Send them to us. We'll look at them.
Is that like a little paper toy boat too in the collectible? I mean, Laura, you had that picture there. I'm looking at this picture.
Good luck putting that in water,
right?
Don't you see what happens when paper gets in water?
I mean,
Washington State Ferry System.
I get the whole planned obsolescence. You wouldn't have to buy the kid the same toy every time he gets near the boat.
That's one of their green climate initiatives.
I guess.
Let's make the boats out of paper.
How about
Starbucks
wood?
tried that with straws?
How about wood? How about a wooden boat? A little wooden ferry boat that lasts. Kid can take it in the tub. It's not made of plastic.
It's not going to break
it's made
immediately.
Of Washington
Actually, this
wood.
is appropriate. This will break immediately.
Right. Planned obsolescence.
There you go.
Every time he shows up, what happened to the last boat I gave you? It disintegrated, Dad. It's made of paper. What'd you think was going to happen?
It's out of service, Dad. You're going to teach kids. They're learning them early.
Oh, that's
so that
what
by
it
the
is.
time that you're an adult,
you're right.
You've just got it in your head.
You're
They're just not going to work.
You're
so
right.
when you have to drive and get stuck in traffic, you're just comfortable with it.
That's some psyops stuff right there.
Yeah, that's planting a seed. Yeah.
You give a kid a paper boat that's going to disintegrate in water that he can't count on. Next time he goes to the ferry, he's going to know.
Yep.
That delay, that's just what happens.
That's what happens to these boats. Wow. And they'll feel like it's a game. And they'll love it.
That's some four-dimensional chess.
Touche, Washington State Ferries.
Well played.
Touche. All right, let's move on to this thing going on in Bothell. Did you see this in Bothell? Bothell has the city of Bothell. Bothell City Council. We're looking at you right now, Bothell. And I need some help explaining this one. Maybe you can help me explain this. Explain this to me,
Sure,
Spike.
I'm happy to help.
Bothell City Council. You can read about it at comonews.com. They have this great write-up on this, although I still can't really make sense of what they're aiming at here. Bothell City Council has adopted the city's first ever climate action plan, says the article. It says setting a new course for environmental sustainability. So I guess they're going to fix climate change for the tiny little city of Bothell.
They want to aim to reduce greenhouse emissions, and the impacts of climate change on a local level. They say solutions are a local thing. So they can do their little Bothell part.
Here's a question to you. How do they do that?
Well, I guess within the it's a good question. I mean,
because I read the article and I went to the extra page that they supplied. They said, hey, if you actually want to go and read the climate action plan itself, which I then went and did, it doesn't really fully flesh out how they plan on doing this, other than just making it harder for businesses to do business in Bothell, which makes it more expensive to do business in Bothell.
So their solution is to raise taxes on Bothell residents and visitors to Bothell. Is that their plan? That's their action plan?
I mean, that's what it seemed like to me.
The answer is in your pocket. That's their city mantra.
The best way to fix the climate is money. It's always money. Why is it always money?
Well, to be fair, fixing any problem can take some money. Always, right? But it's not the only solution, though. That's the thing. It's not the only solution. Sometimes people get the first idea they come up with is, let's go ask for more money. All right, we fixed it. Stop. The first rule of brainstorming is to keep going.
Yeah.
Right? Never settle for the first answer. Everybody gets the first answer.
Throw the first one out.
Right. Everybody comes up with raised taxes. Duh. That's not where you stop thinking. You keep going beyond the first answer.
Wouldn't it be fun?
So the idea nobody else bothered to think of.
You're totally right. Like, press yourself into figuring it out for real. Like, Bothell City Council should have said, hey, you know what we should do? Why don't we, let's have an aspirational goal, which we talked about. It's great. Set high goals.
Yeah, you bet.
Set high goals. And oftentimes you're going to fail, and that's okay.
Yeah, but aim high.
Aim high.
Just like the Air Force says, aim high.
So Bothell City Council, they sat down together. They probably were at McMinimans or something when they were doing this.
Oh,
and they sat down. They said, hey, let's do this at the Tiki Bar. So they went up to the Tiki Bar, and they're all drinking something fruity, like a Mai Tai or something.
There you go. Probably use the city credit card. I'm just saying.
Probably.
It's an investment in good ideas.
Yeah.
Right?
And so they're sitting there, and they're drinking their Mai Tais, and they say, what do we want to do, folks? And they said, what if... And then they drank another Mai Tai and another one. 4 Mai Tais in, they said, what if...
Hear me out.
What if we solved climate change?
What?
And then Bill said, what do you mean? We're at the Tiki Bar. And they said, no. In Bothell. Like, what
Remember, we're thinking big. No bad ideas.
Okay.
No bad ideas.
Sorry.
Bad ideas.
What if we solve climate change in Bothell? And then Bill went, let's get another round. And then
this is going to take a while.
We're going to fix this problem. He said, make mine a double. And then he said, all right, now, I love it. Now, how do we do that?
Yeah.
And then they all decided to take a swim.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Oh, great. Yeah.
The
right.
meeting
Clear the mind.
ends.
Clear the mind.
And then they put out this.
No. They thought raise taxes.
Raise taxes.
Yeah, we're done. Let's hit the pool.
Isn't that what it means? I mean, isn't this coded language for we've run out of ways to effectively raise taxes in Bothell? So if we say now it's about having the best environment ever, then we can kind of charge whatever we want? Isn't that kind of what it is? Like, if you're a business owner and you hear somebody say, hey, guess what we're going to do? We've just adopted this environmental sustainability plan in the city of Bothell.
Mm-hmm. More green space.
All that stuff.
Yeah,
all the good stuff.
All the go-tos. Charging stations, bike lanes, you name it. Green spaces, more trees, sucking up that CO2.
I put a bike lane on a bike lane.
Right?
I have
double-decker bike lanes. Right? That's why you keep brainstorming. That's why you keep brainstorming.
This is 4 Mai Tais in, though. Right? So you're 4 Mai Tais in, you're doing double-decker bike lanes, you're solving I guess you're solving all of the world's climate change from Bothell somehow.
Well, first off, you got to act local. I get it.
Sure.
They can't make China shut down these coal plants.
No.
But they can put some more grass in Bothell. They can put a few more trees. They can line a few more of those roadways with those carbon-absorbing trees. Mm-hmm. They make oxygen,
They do.
I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
That's where we get oxygen, trees.
Do you know what trees eat, Bothell? They tend to eat carbon, don't they?
Right.
So if you get rid of all of it, I don't know if that's the best thing in the world.
And they're talking about more public transportation in Bothell. These solutions they all make sense. But again, back to your question, how? How do we pay for this?
So here's what they're attempting to do. So what they say they want to do, most of it they say is in transportation. That's for most of their
58% of all their climate concerns are based on transportation.
Transportation and then the building and energy usage. So if I'm somebody who drives in Bothell, or if I have a building, or I burn energy in Bothell,
right.
Things are, to me, how I reread this is I would say, okay, it's about to get more expensive to do business in Bothell or drive through Bothell.
Okay.
Because they have these new things that they're trying to hit, these new climate posts that they've decided to adopt.
Right.
My further question would be, just like the state of Washington, what data can you show me to say that this is having a meaningful impact to justify the extra cost?
You got this thing in your craw about accountability. I don't know where you picked it up.
I don't know why I picked it up either. It makes living life in this state very painful.
It's so much easier when you don't bother with the accountability portion of this thing, right?
Nice to just
Mai
float,
Tai
thank you.
Give
me. Oh man,
one more.
That'd be great.
Yeah, sure.
We had like Friday Mai Tais.
You know these little Buddha cups they come in, they're recyclable. I don't know if you knew that because we care in Bothell.
I didn't know that.
They care.
That makes sense.
How about this? Hear me out.
Yeah.
Solar roof.
Sure.
Every building, every business in Bothell, a solar roof.
Here's what I would say.
Right?
I would say this is a strong recommend, but it's not a regulation. So you don't have to have it. I can't force you to invest in this because there's a lot of upfront costs that maybe you can't afford right now.
Yeah, okay. Not a mandate.
It's not a mandate.
It's a suggestion.
Here's some good evidence to show that we think this can be useful.
Right.
And if they can't do that, like, why are you just forcing businesses to do these things with no measurable way to prove that what you're doing makes any sense?
Are you a believer that you have to force people to make uncomfortable changes? That
No.
you can't leave it to their you shoulds? Maybe you should do this isn't enough sometimes?
No, that's a communist country I don't want to live in.
Okay,
Forcing me to do things that the state thinks I should, that I don't want to do. I get some regulations. I'm okay with speed limits.
Sure. Yeah, right.
I get it.
Common sense.
Speed limits are fine.
Yeah. You don't want to dump the paint factory juice into the river that runs through Buffalo, right?
The problem
you don't do
is,
that.
No, I don't want to do
You don't do that because it flows in Lake Washington. I like to ski there.
Obviously.
Right? We like
Shared
to ski
spaces.
there. Yeah.
I get it. All that stuff.
There you go.
But you're stepping on individual businesses. You're stepping on people's homes, and you're saying, we're going to make your life more unaffordable, just like they're doing in our state with the gas. The gas thing. Spike, I'm perplexed. Every time I fill up, and I look at the price of gas in our state, and it really does. Is it a problem that it really does bug me?
No, it's because if they wouldn't quit, if they would quit taking your money, it wouldn't be a problem anymore. But you're reminded on a daily, weekly basis, right?
Every time
you go to the pump,
twice a week when I fill up my tank.
It's a re-insult.
Well, every 5 days.
It insults you every time you go.
Yes,
it reoffends.
And I go, "What's this for?" And then the state says, "I'm not going to actually tell you what it's for."
No, it's for a better world, but we can't tell you how long it's going to take, or how much progress we're making,
or if we've made any progress,
or where your money's going,
or where your money's going.
Trust us, they say. We know best. We're the government. We're here to help. Who am I quoting?
Can we
there?
get another Mai Tai in here, please?
Yeah, please. I don't know. Cutting us off? Or cutting us off?
It's not even 2:00 yet.
Let's go down to Seattle. They'll let us drink.
They'll let us drink forever down there. There you go. All right, we got a lot more coming up. Stick around. We will be right back.
This hour is brought to you by Insulation Northwest.
Seattle's morning news.
Hi, I'm Charlie Harger.
And I'm Amanda Factor.
We are gearing up for the holiday week, and so are Bellevue Police.
Hint, retail thieves beware.
Casey McNerney from the King County Prosecutor's Office joins us for Crime and Punishment.
Sunday morning football, Hawks highlights from Tennessee.
All the day's news, traffic, and weather.
I hope you can join us Monday 5 to 9 on Seattle's Morning News.
We're on YouTube, our app, your smart speaker, and 97.3 FM.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver Card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Are your investment dollars working as hard as they should be? You've spent years building your future. Don't let outdated advice put it at risk. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. We're a veteran-owned firm proud to bring a new standard of financial care to the Seattle area. Our nationally recognized advisors are fiduciaries, ethically bound to put your interests first. That's the highest standard of care in the industry. As a privately held company, we answer to you, our valued clients, not shareholders. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a customized plan. From Bellevue to Tacoma, get advice you can count on. It's time to take a fresh look at your financial plan. Call Trajan Wealth, 206-656-3300. That's 206-656-3300. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Guys, tired all the time, gaining weight, low drive? These aren't just signs of aging. They could be low testosterone or other underlying issues. Right now, Revive Men's Health Washington is making it easier to get answers with a comprehensive wellness panel. It's not just a lab test, it's where better performance begins. Our providers will check your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. A $400 value for just $99, or free if you start treatment. Over 120,000 men have trusted Revive to restore their energy, mood, and confidence. So if you're ready to feel better and live stronger, call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Offer ends November 30th. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
This is Lynn. She's always been active, maybe a little too active back in the day.
When I was 19 years old and immortal, I stripped out all my ligament and I had to have 6 knee surgeries, and that's on my right knee. And then my left knee finally gave out and had a torn meniscus.
Years of pain followed until she saw Dr. Mark Wagner at Seattle Sports and Regenerative Medicine for stem cell therapy.
I'm 4 months out and I have no pain in my knees, and I have had knee pain my whole life. I have no concept of what it was like without pain. It's a miracle. I'm totally thrilled.
No pain, no limits.
Dr. Wagner gave me the green light to ski again this year. I'm like, that's incredible. So I'm just so excited.
After years of surgeries and setbacks, Lynn finally got her freedom back.
I think he saved my legs, so saved my knees, and gave me at least another 10, 15 years to do what I want to do.
If joint pain is holding you back, find out what stem cell therapy could do for you with Dr. Mark Wagner, MD, at Seattle Sports and Regenerative Medicine. Schedule your consultation at drmarkwagnermd.com.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, a new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Aaron Granillo. 3 Washington Democrats joined Republicans today in the House to denounce socialism. Representatives Marie Gluesenkamp-Perez, Marilyn Strickland, and Kim Schreier all voted on that resolution that condemns the, quote, horrors of socialism. The measure coming on the same day President Trump met in the Oval Office with New York Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani.
It was a productive meeting focused on a place of shared admiration and love, which is New York City.
Mamdani is a self-proclaimed democratic socialist, just like Seattle Mayor-elect Katie Wilson. The president has called both of them radical. Today, he vowed to work with Mamdani, saying he's confident the mayor-elect can, quote, do a good job. Now to the closing bell report. A new survey finding Americans are not feeling good about the economy or their finances. More from CBS's Michael Wallace.
The University of Michigan's Consumer Sentiment Index for November is down 29% from a year ago to one of its lowest levels on record. Views of personal finances were the worst since 2009 and the Great Recession. The survey's director says consumers remain frustrated about the persistence of high prices and weakening incomes.
Amazon has started issuing payments to eligible Prime members as part of a $2.5 billion settlement.
The online retailer was accused by the FTC of misleading customers into enrolling in Prime and then making it hard for them to cancel. You'll get the automatic payment if you signed up for the service between June 23, 2019 and June 23, 2025. You'll need to accept the refund of about $51 within 15 days of receiving it. Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
Last call at Pike Pub and Pike Fish Bar in Seattle. It'll shut down November 30th after more than 30 years in downtown. The team posting on social media a heartfelt thank you to the community. At the close today on Wall Street, a rebound for stocks. The Dow ended the day up 493. NASDAQ gained 195. S&P tallied 64 points. Let's go now to the real-time traffic desk with Nate Connors.
Hello, Aaron. Seattle Sports has our update. Overall, it's a good-looking commute out there. Heading into Seattle is wide open until you get to the U District, where southbound I-5 at Northeast 50th, you're going to jam up in Northgate there, and that continues down to I-90. The further south you go, the more this opens up for you. 25 minutes from Linwood to Seattle. North 5, you're crowded from the West Seattle Bridge in the downtown. Southbound 405 is cleared out from our last report. Just a brief backup as you head through Factoria. Down in Pacific, just a reminder, northbound 167, you've got that 2-mile bumper-to-bumper backup heading through the bridge work zone. 20 minutes to get through this. A lot of drivers are opting for I-5 to avoid this, and now North 5, a little crowded between Fife and State Route 18. Nothing heavy here. In fact, you're at freeway speeds. And now we have building backup South 5 past the JBLM main gate, Tacoma to Olympia, 40 minutes. Download the Seattle Sports app to stay in the know with the latest news, scores, and opinions about your favorite teams. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
And your forecast now brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Looking at some cloudy skies right now, but staying dry this afternoon. Some showers to the north, mainly near the Canadian border. Right now we have 53 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the show. Still get your text messages in. What's your Friday favorite stories you want to see at 2 o'clock? 888-973-5476. We do appreciate your suggestions. Spike, this story makes no sense to me. Laura, I want you in on this one as well. You're younger. You understand phones more than we do. Seattle?
Okay.
And kids. No, I understand kids more than anybody. Well, let me say this. Maybe you're right. You understand kids. I've raised a got couple, 4 but I think little Laura's kids. more in
I
tune.
haven't talked to a kid in like 6
Laura
years.
doesn't know any kids. Well, you're closer to the you maybe have a similar worldview to the subjects I and hope not. the subjects in You don't have a line with the similar story. worldview as children, do you? We don't want any children around here.
Yeah, we're talking about Gen Alpha, right?
Yes.
I'm barely Gen Z when I lie to people about it.
Yeah. You just look so young to me. She That's looks what it very is. young. Maybe that's Looks what it very is.
young. I get carded all the
I
time.
confuse you for a
Whatever.
recent graduate. Seattle Public Schools, this is so confusing to me, and I don't understand why they don't just, as my dad used to say, drop the hammer on this. This makes no sense. Seattle Public Schools have this new district-wide policy that they're previewing. They're trying to figure out what they do as far as cell phones goes. Yeah. Obviously, they're pervasive. They're like rats. They're just everywhere, these phones. Yeah. And they don't know what to do with them, and they want to make sure they don't offend somebody by saying no cell phones, apparently. So what they're going to do, this is the policy they're looking at. So for elementary schools, they would say no cell phones in elementary schools. God help us if that's a problem in elementary schools. At middle schools, they're going to have something called Away for the Day, where you put them away while you're in class. Okay. And at high schools, you're not allowed to have them unless a teacher tells you explicitly in class that you can use them in class. But anywhere else outside of class, walking in the halls, lunch, Always all that stuff, lunchtimes, yeah. then they're available to you. Why not just be away for the day at all Seattle Public School locations? What justification could they possibly have that those kids' lives are improved by having access to their phones during school hours? You're asking the wrong person, because you and I are on the same mind on this. I mean, you're doing these kids no favors. You're doing these kids no favors. Right. By telling them that phone is more important than the other elements of school besides, your education. Because I'm not naive enough to know or to think that kids go to school solely for education. They go to school for social. It's hugely social. It's socialization, and it's an important part of the school experience. We all talked about when COVID shut schools down, what a detriment it was to the evolution and development of these kids who didn't have the socialization factors that school delivers to these kids. Yeah. And if you're on your phone, you're not socializing. 100%. You are not. If you're walking the halls with your face in a phone, or if you're sitting at lunch with your face in your phone, maybe I'm old man. No, you're not. No, you're making total sense. And there's nothing you can get between the hours of, let's say, 8 and 3, whatever it is, of school from that social media or that internet that you can't get after 3 o'clock. Let me ask you this question: who are they trying to appease with this? Laura, who do you think? Is it the students?
My theory is that they're trying to appease the parents.
You think parents want their kids to have phones?
I think parents want their kids to have phones.
Why?
I think they want the constant access
to their
kid.
Kids.
Yeah. I think they want to be able to, if there's an emergency, text their kid, know that their kid can get in touch with them, which is so different from what it used to be. You would just call the school.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Which are very accessible. Like anytime our kids are out sick or whatever, I always never had a problem reaching my kids 2 through the seconds, office. I call the front office. Right. I know them all by name.
Mm-hmm.
I say, hey, so-and-so is not going to make it in today. They say, okay, See you tomorrow. We'll mark Get them your absent. hush puppies down the hall. Give them this note. Tell them I'm going to be late. Yes.
But why bother with the rigmarole of calling the front office if you could just text your kid? You could text like a 7-year-old now. They would know how to text. Well, what a 7-year-old know? Maybe like a 10-year-old.
No. I wish you were wrong. No, you're right.
You can text kids. My kids the other night, we were sitting at the table and they were all asking. One of my 10-year-olds says, "Hey, can I get a smartwatch for Christmas?" And I hope this isn't too much of an insight into my kind of parenting, but I started laughing at him.
Dude, I don't know if you're thinking about a career in comedy, but I'm telling you, you're a natural.
That's a good one, son. A smartwatch. Hilarious. And he's making his argument. I appreciated his points. All his friends have them.
Yeah.
Which I find disturbing.
Number one, though. It's a real thing.
And then his 8-year-old brother jumps on and says, "I want one too." And I said, I'm laughing at him.
Yeah.
My wife's like giving me the eyes. She's like, "Can you stop laughing at the children?" But I calmly explained.
I wish I could, dear.
But I find them hilarious. But I calmly explained to them, and I said, "Guys, I'm giving you a great gift, even though you don't realize it now." And it's funny because when you give these speeches as a parent, like you just immediately you flash back, and suddenly I'm like looking through the eyes of my father as he's giving me these same speeches.
Yeah.
And I give my kids this speech, and I said, "Listen, I'm giving you a great gift, one that you don't even realize is a gift right now. You'll hate it."
Mm-hmm.
But over the next 7-8 years, when all of your friends just are inundated with screens, we're not going to let you have those things. And when you're sitting in class and all your friends are staring at screens, we're not going to let you have those. And when you're at your friends' parties and houses and after school, and they're all staring at their stupid phones, you're not going to have one. And they're all going to make fun of you, and you're going to feel like you're left out. But you will know how to make eye contact with people someday. And you're going to be interesting. You're going to ask questions of people, and you're not going to be staring at a stupid phone.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they couldn't have cared less about my point.
Of course, no. Nor could you at their
Of course not.
When your old man was saying, "You know what? I could give you a car, but when you get an afternoon job and you save that money and you invest in it, and you're going to care about that car because you know how hard it was to get that car. You're going to take. And trust me, I'm giving you a gift here.
Yeah,
you're going to care about that. You're
Why
going to
don't kids ever realize it?
They don't get it.
They don't get it.
They're not supposed to. We can't fault them. It's inexperience.
I didn't get it. I didn't get it.
I didn't get it because the old man didn't give it to me.
Yeah.
I didn't get it. But later on in life, you're going to thank me on your wedding day when you had the social skills to meet the right woman.
You're going to shake my hand and say, "It all makes sense, Dad.
You were right, old man.
You're the best dad ever, Dad.
I love you, buddy." How about that watch? You just say, "Nope." Still to this day, you're not getting it.
You're right. I should do it. It'd be funny. I should buy this Christmas. I'm going to buy him a smartwatch, and I'm going to hold on to it for 15 years.
So and
then I'll give it to him at some point.
And your 18th birthday.
This is
all
what you
yours.
wanted so badly.
Right there, yeah. I got you this. It's called a Zune.
Oh my God, my mom got me a Zune because she worked
really?
at Microsoft.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think I cried.
Why? Because you wanted an iPod.
I want an iPod,
Yeah.
which now no one has an iPod.
I bet you on eBay, Zune is worth some cash.
You
Well,
think?
as a relic.
I know.
Sure.
But I bet you,
An iPod's probably worth some cash too.
Probably.
I ended up getting the red one that was like a fundraiser for AIDS research.
Oh,
Do you guys
Red.
remember
Oh,
that?
yes.
Project Red. Yeah.
Red.
Yeah.
Parentheses.
With the little
red.
parentheses.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I had a sweater that had that on it, and I didn't understand what it meant.
My phone is a red phone. I got a red phone.
Wow.
That same thing.
With
Can't
that
tell me.
thing?
Yeah. You bet.
Is Bono connected to that?
Yes.
Yeah, it's his thing, isn't it?
Yeah. It was about African debt relief.
Huh? I thought it was an AIDS thing.
I thought it was AIDS.
I think red is African debt relief.
Really?
Yeah, because they had the We Are the World, they had the Save the World, they had the Feed the World, the whole nine
Laura,
yards.
look that up.
I'm going to look that up.
Red, I believe, if I'm not, and I'm pretty sure I'm right on this. Bono realized that one of the things that was crippling the African continent for growth and evolution
was high debt.
They were buried in debt. They could never repay loans.
Really?
That they had gotten from foreign nations. All the economy, the African continent was able to generate went to debt repayment. If they would just relieve the debt, it would unleash the economic engine that could be Africa.
I hate to say this, Spike, but it is about AIDS.
All this time I thought it was AIDS.
I thought the red thing was about debt. Man, again, I'm an old man. I don't know anything.
AIDS, debt,
You know
whatever.
why? You know why I don't know this? Because I never got a smartwatch.
I would address AIDS first.
That's why, because I never got a smartwatch. That's why I don't know these things. If I had a smartwatch, I could say, hey, smartwatch.
I thought
what was the red thing about? And it would tell me. I wouldn't
That's so
make
funny.
a fool of myself.
All right, Seattle Public Schools, put the phones away. Right?
Get those kids iPods.
I don't know if it's
Kids
debt
any
relief. I don't know if
favor.
it's AIDS, but Seattle, put the phones away. That's what we want. All right, we got a lot more coming up. Stick around. We will be right back.
The Closing Bell is brought to you by Trajan Wealth Management.
after hitting a flat note in L.A.
Sam looking, dumps a pass, it's intercepted. That's number 4.
The Seahawks head down yonder to Nashville, looking to get that twang back.
As a team, I think we're in good shape. One loss doesn't define us.
Rocking and rolling their way to another win.
You know, it's about us, how we can get better as a team.
When we do it right, it's all within our wheelhouse.
Seahawks, Titans, Sunday. Kickoff at 10 a.m., pregame at 7. Giddy up.
Where the 12s hear the Hawks. KIRO Newsradio on 97.3 FM.
I got to tell you something, Nick. I have really noticed a difference in your energy level since you started going to Longevity Medical Clinic.
And you know why?
Why?
Because they actually balanced my hormone levels. And when they do that, the largest change I noticed was that now I could sleep.
And then not only get more sleep, to just get more energy, right?
Right. So that all of a sudden that resulted in me, I started running again and doing all these things that I felt so fatigued throughout the day that I couldn't do anymore.
Okay, so at this point, do you want to apologize to me? Because I was always saying to you, every time you say, I don't sleep, I don't feel well, I feel kind of off, I go, well, you need to get in touch with Longevity Medical Clinic. And you're always like, blah, 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 blah.
I know. But now it's turned into something fun that we get to go in together.
So I need to hear, you were right.
You were right.
You were right. I should have gone to Longevity Medical Clinic.
I should have.
There we go. Fine.
Yes.
You know the right thing to do. Get in touch with Longevity Medical Clinic. Take the free health analysis at lmclinic.com.
What if you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a 6th sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family is banking on bandwidth. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger. But your Wi-Fi? It would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply.
And now, Tales of Another Way. You've got your same old playlist, but another song about a breakup is just a downer. 2 minutes in your music app, and now you're groovin', man. Sometimes another way is the better way, like the new SR 509 Expressway, the alternate route that'll help manage congestion on I-5 and other local roads. It's tolling now, and you can save $2 per toll with a Good-to-Go pass. Get a free sticker pass at goodtogo509.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
A 15-year-old girl who chewed through a rope to escape a serial killer.
I used my front teeth to saw on the rope in my mouth.
The killer prowled the Pacific Northwest in the early 70s. He's been convicted of murdering 2 young women, but suspected of many more.
Maybe there's another one in that area.
Follow and binge all episodes of Stolen Voices of Dole Valley, available now wherever you listen.
You're losing your hair and you simply need a solution that works. You want the best. Modern technology, top-rated physicians, something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need world-class Dr. Perungo and his team at Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair has completely redefined hair restoration. From the experience itself to their unmatched results. Receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair, maybe all 3 like I had. Get your hair back with Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment that begins to regrow your your own natural hair the very next day. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. And get this, Advanced Hair is once again the winner of the 425 Business of the Year. For your free consultation, call 425-449-8185. Right now, you'll get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. Refine your hairline with the team that redefined hair restoration. That's 425-449-8185. Or for the before and afters, visit advancedhair.com.
You're halfway through a DIY car fix and boom, you're missing a part. It's okay because whatever it is, it's on eBay and it's guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love.
Husky Nation, rivalry for a reason is on, and every dollar you donate counts as a vote against food insecurity. 100% helps families in need thanks to Northwest Harvest and Safeway. Let's outgive the Ducks. Go to dogsvsducks.org now.
Mike Rowe here with a random fact. More than half of the homes that have basements in North America will experience water damage. It's true. Whether it's basement moisture, flooding, or bowing walls, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Welcome back to the show. You guys get out to the parks a lot? You go out hiking and day hiking and all that fun stuff?
Not as often as I'd like, but I love our parks.
You have a Discover Pass?
I do.
Okay.
You bet.
Did you probably just ate the cost. They raised them by, what was it, 50%? They raised the cost?
Yeah, but I still think I know where the money goes. I think it's for a valuable cause.
Yeah.
I get a lot more benefit from the money I spent on my Discovery Pass.
So the annual pass price was $30. They raised it to $45. So a $15 price increase, which, if you go 15 times, it's an extra $1 a time. And you could consider that a good investment.
You know what it costs to park anywhere you go to do anything in this world? They just raised the city's street parking rates.
Yeah.
Right? And we're talking about, that's before the cost of going to the event or the restaurant or the show or whatever it is, the game, right? You buy a Discovery Pass, you're in. That's the cost.
It's your golden ticket.
Nature's free.
Let me ask you this question.
The Discovery Pass gets you in, but
nature's not free.
Once you're there,
they're charging for it. But
yeah, but that's the only. It's not like okay, you want to climb this tree? Then put $1 in. Scan your code.
True.
Right? Want to cross this rope bridge? Scan your code.
I give it a year.
Want to hike this? Am I giving them bad ideas? I should shut up.
Stop talking.
Okay.
They're gonna have a little collection box next
everywhere.
to the tree.
No, it's gonna be a QR code for you. Sure.
Just scan
the code. Yeah. Otherwise, the bridge goes and flips over.
So what they have found was that the revenue has gone up.
Yeah.
For the money collected, they're making extra money now. It's going to be 16% extra this year. But the amount of Discovery Passes that they have sold has dropped by 23%. So they're going to make more money. So they're pricing out people from being able to use the parks. Is that a problem for you?
The savvy businessman in me says, great. More money and less wear and tear on the trails. Win-win.
But the point is for people to enjoy the trails,
right? So I can't just. The businessman in me says great. The humanity in me says, come on.
So their annual, they're on a biennium budget. So they're every 2 years. Their budget for the parks in our state is about $270-ish million, and they collect.
Because they got to paint the trees. Why is it so much?
Well, what
do you do?
A lot of that
maintenance.
2/3 of that is revenue from people coming in and buying things like the Discover Pass, things like that. But we also put in from the general fund in our state like almost $100 million to the parks. So we're already paying taxes to go into these parks. And now you're raising the cost of further tax. I would question whether or not they couldn't be better about spending their money instead of pricing people out of using the park.
It's a shame that less people are able to go.
That's a shame.
It really
25% less people are visiting these parks now. Or they're just doing it illegally and they're just saying, hey, you know what? Forget it. I'm not going to pay.
That's rolling the dice.
It is
with a ticket, right?
It is, but you're going to say I'm willing to risk whatever the ticket price is if I fail to have it in my car.
Similar scenario with the HOV lanes, right?
Yeah,
similar.
Totally, totally. But it does feel to me like I understand they're getting more revenue, but I don't like that less people are now using the park. This feels like the opposite of what you want it to be.
It seems like too high a price to pay.
I agree.
For gaining more revenue for the parks, like that you're cutting off access to people. That's just too much.
And they already have. Are you pulling out a Discovery Pass right here?
I got my Discovery Pass in my car. I've got my national parks membership right here.
Oh, there you go.
Right there, baby.
So you can visit any national park.
Any
with
national
this thing?
park right there. Annual pass.
Sweet.
Right.
Can I get a copy of this?
You gotta have it's got to be signed. I know my wife can't even use this.
No, she can. You can put 2 people on it. I've split them with roommates before.
The national park?
Yeah, because then you get a year's access for $40.
It's great. Yeah.
I should get that.
It's
what do you pay for something like that?
Well, I'm old. It was it's $20
Oh,
for the annual $20 for the annual senior pass.
For me, it was $80.
Right?
Well, you can visit any park,
any
in the
national
country,
park
any
in the
national
country
park,
for the entirety of the year.
We have 3 in Washington State. Is that right? Is it 3 national
parks? Is it 3?
Olympic, Rainier,
and
what's the third?
I don't know. Is the
St. Helens?
Is the
Mount Baker?
Mount Baker. Is it 3? Is it
well,
3
there's national forests. We've got a lot of national forests.
North Cascades.
The home rainforest. North Cascades?
It might be Helens.
Could be Helens.
But you know what, kids? It's on me. Let's go. I'll be in the car. I'll go.
I think it was a mistake. I think it's a mistake to price
raise
people
it,
out.
To price people out? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a mistake to price people out. Come up with that extra, like we did with the Washington State Ferries merch. Just come up with some more merch.
Oh, that's what we need to do.
Extra merch.
Right?
That's
it. Sell it at the gate.
Entice people to want to give you more money. Imagine if they did that instead. Imagine if they said, "Hey, let's not discourage people who don't have a ton of money from buying passes and probably just ignoring it and maybe breaking the law."
How about tree sponsorship? Is that a bad idea?
Sponsoring a tree?
Yeah.
I mean, we all are kind of sponsoring trees. We all pay for these parks.
You get to carve your name in it?
Well, if I could carve my name in it.
That's a bad idea.
That would be interesting. Yes, Laura.
Lisa in Sammamish actually has really great advice on this. She says, did you know you can actually borrow a Discover Pass from the library?
What?
Yeah. So
really
keep that in mind.
Library is amazing.
That's a text of the day.
I get audiobooks
right
from
there.
the library. You guys get you have library membership?
You have no idea how many CDs and movies my dad ripped from the public library.
Oh, really? Oh, he copied them?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He used to have a Jack Sparrow Halloween costume with CDs hanging in the braids, and he called himself a pirate.
Oh, I love this. I love it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, no.
Pretty funny.
Well, it's sad that less people are using the Discovery Pass in the park system because of the increase.
I agree. I agree.
That's bad news.
But congratulations, you made more money.
Boy,
you greedy sons of a gun.
Well, just then the picture associated with this. There's a park. There's a.
Oh, Paradise Point's beautiful.
Picnic bench. Look at that, man.
It's very nice.
Oh.
Very nice. All right, we got a lot more coming up. Friday favorites coming up next. We'll be right back.
The John Curley Show.
Katie Wilson is putting her powerhouse transition team together.
Weekdays 3 to 7.
Put everything in place and solve all the big problems that everybody expects to have solved when it comes to government. When I asked her if she's okay with being, the West Coast Mondani, she seemed to have no problem with it. And of course, Mondani, the new mayor of New York, has said that, there's no problem too small that the government can't solve, and the government cares so much. The government's going to care so much, and the government's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Watch the John Curley Show live on YouTube.
If your closets are bursting at the seams like the Curley household, it's time to call the pros at Closets by Design Seattle. Every job is completely custom. Free in-home design consultation. Right now, they're offering big savings up to 40% off, plus an additional 15% off with 18 months financing and free installation. You're getting the quality and backing of a national brand, but with friendly local Seattle service. Go to closetsbydesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN to schedule your free in-home design consultation today.
Time is running out to save 20% during the Bob's Heating preseason furnace sale. Now through the end of the month, save big on home comfort systems, generators, water heaters, and more. Plus, take advantage of 12-month interest-free financing and get your home winter ready before the chilly season starts. Trust the team voted best in the Pacific Northwest to be your dedicated home comfort company. Call Bob's today.
Bob's Heating and Air Conditioning. Call Bob.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back?
If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
Make your holiday traditions a bit more magical at Sky Nursery. Grab a cup of holiday cheer, wander through a wonderland of fresh-cut trees, thousands of ornaments, and live music from local artists. Full music schedule and details at skynursery.com.
Too many breakup songs getting you down? Put a little bossa nova in the playlist. Sometimes a different way is the better way. Like the SR 509 Expressway near SeaTac. Get a good-to-go pass to save $2 every time you use it, and on other toll roads in Washington.
Your best source for local news. KIRO Newsradio, KIRO FM, and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle, Northwest News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Cammie McCormick. After trading insults for months, President Trump hosted New York's mayor-elect at the White House today and said it was great, despite the harsh words of the past.
And I've been called much worse than a despot, so it's not that insulting. Maybe I think he'll change his mind.
The two focused on issues like the cost of living for New Yorkers.
Appreciated the time with the president. I appreciated the conversation. I look forward to working together to deliver that affordability for New Yorkers.
Thank you very much.
The president was also asked about the U.S. peace plan for Ukraine and Russia. Ukraine's President Zelensky said today it's one of the most difficult moments in the country's history, and he indicated relations with the U.S. could be on the line.
Well, at some point he's going to have to accept something. You know, he hasn't accepted. You remember right in the Oval Office not so long ago, I said, you don't have the cards.
Analyst Beth Noble.
I think what Ukrainian President Zelensky is trying to signal here is that he wants President Trump to swing back to Ukraine's side and to try to structure a peace deal that won't just give Russia everything it wants. I don't think President Zelensky wants to lose American support, but the Ukrainian people don't want him to agree to a peace deal that takes away their sovereignty or limits their military either. If you're Ukraine looking at this new 28-point peace proposal, honestly, you see very little that's good for you and lots that's good for Russia.
Trump had indicated Zelensky faces a deadline of next Thursday, Thanksgiving. Millions of Americans are already on the move. Here's CBS's Chris Van Cleve.
There is some booking data that indicates travel headaches caused during the government shutdown may have put a bit of a dent into the record predictions of 31 million flyers this Thanksgiving because the pace of bookings appeared to slow in November. And some airports report they are still getting back to normal in terms of TSA staffing. Still, the airlines feel confident that they will be near or above record-breaking levels for Thanksgiving travel. They've added about 45,000 seats compared to what they were flying last year and say they are ready for the rush.
Chris Miller reports from New Orleans on the dwindling government assistance to food banks.
John Sillers with Second Harvest Food Bank says federal resources they used to rely on have been cut, like the USDA's temporary emergency food assistance program.
Food that's distributed by the USDA to us, and then we push it out to our pantry partners. We're just not getting as much of it.
His organization is increasing efforts to raise money.
On Wall Street today, stocks finished higher. The Dow finished up by almost 500 points. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive. See why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive to stay protected on the road. See for yourself at Progressive.com.
Coming up, a grizzly bear attacks a group of school children. That's after Nate Connors at the real-time traffic desk.
This one brought to you by the KIRO Radio Rundown. Linwood to Seattle, an easy 20-minute drive right now. You're wide open until you reach the U District, where traffic comes to a halt there, Northeast 50th, and that goes down into downtown. North 5, just a little crowded from the West Seattle Bridge into downtown. Those lake bridges remain clear. South 405 still have a brief backup through Factoria. Again, in South Center now, Bellevue to South Center, 25 minutes. A reminder, we've got that road work northbound 167 in Pacific, the work zone over the 3rd Street Bridge there, and you're in about a 2-mile bumper-to-bumper backup. It's 20 minutes to get through this. Now, southbound 167 is getting crowded between Algona and Pacific. And if you're traveling through JBLM, South 5, you've got about a 2-mile backup there at the main gate. Tacoma to Olympia is going to take you 40 minutes. Text newsletter to 888-973-5476 and subscribe to the daily KIRO News Radio Rundown. Get the latest news and updates from your favorite KIRO News Radio shows straight to your inbox. KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granillo. 2 people remain in critical condition after a grizzly bear attacked 11 young school children and their teachers. This happened on a British Columbia walking trail. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey talked with family of one of those victims.
Prayers left on social media from a member of the Newhook Nation. The bear attacked the group yesterday near the town of Bella Coola, about 260 miles north of Vancouver. Macy tells me one teacher shielded the 4th and 5th graders and fought off the bear.
His dad said that he jabbed his eyes with his fingers, and that's how the bear was able to distract him, I guess.
2 victims remain in critical condition. At least 1 child was airlifted to Children's Hospital in Vancouver. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
New lawsuit claims Seattle Public Schools failed to protect a Jewish student from harassment at Nathan Hale High School. Court documents say the freshman endured threats and slurs after the October 7th attack on Israel. Her family says this went unchecked for nearly a year. The district has not yet responded. It was a traffic nightmare near DuPont this morning. A semi-truck carrying chickens rolled over on I-5. Trooper Cameron Watts says the driver admitted he fell asleep at the wheel, woke up, and overcorrected.
He did wake up out of his sleep, tried to do some steering corrections. It didn't go too well.
Semi was carrying hundreds of chickens. Many died. At one point, traffic was backed up 8 miles. New federal lawsuit claims a Tesla defect caused a fiery crash in Tacoma. Killed a woman and critically injured her husband.
According to court documents obtained by KIRO 7, the couple's 2018 Model 3 suddenly accelerated without warning on January 7th, 2023, forcing Jeff Dennis to swerve. The car eventually crashed into a utility pole and burst into flames, trapping the couple inside. Wendy Dennis, his wife, died at the scene. The suit alleges Tesla knew about the sudden acceleration issue and battery fire risks for years. Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
Weather update now brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Mostly cloudy right now. Some showers to the north. The rain increases region-wide on Sunday. Right now, 53 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
And now, it's time for the Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio with your hosts, Jake Skorheim and Spike O'Neill.
Welcome back to the show. 2 hours down, 1 hour to go. Lots of great stuff to get to. We've got a lot of suggestions on the text line about Friday favorites. We've taken them under advisement. I picked one of mine from a suggestion on the text line.
Great.
Yes, I did.
I didn't see mine suggested, but I'm dedicated to my choice this week.
Okay.
I think it's
All right.
a wonderful story.
I'm excited to see what your story is, and we can chat about it. You guys can still get in some text messages to us. We're going to do our segment at the end of the hour where we read some of your text messages, some of your thoughts on stories we've covered throughout the day. You can get those in, 888-973-5476. Real quick aside, I'm seeing on TV the tree lighting in New York.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Isn't it gorgeous? New York City does Christmas so beautifully.
They do it. What does it make you think of? It makes me think of Home Alone 2.
Eloise for me.
Eloise.
Yep.
Okay.
Miracle on 34th Street for me.
Oh,
there you go.
Yep.
Those are actually all perfect for how we grew up.
You ever been to the Rockefeller Plaza, seen the Christmas tree live?
I've been there. I haven't seen not during December, though.
I've skated under that Christmas tree with my kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it pretty phenomenal?
It's magical. It really is. It is absolutely magical. It's transportive.
That's a real tree, right? That's not a fake job.
Yeah. No, they shave the planet if they have to, but we're going to have a real tree in that.
Nice.
Yeah, it's massive.
Do you guys have your trees up yet?
No.
No?
No.
You're not just admitting it, Spike?
No, I don't. And I shouldn't make like a shunning kind of roll my eyes at you. If I could, I would.
Okay.
But I want to stay married.
She doesn't want to put it up till after Thanksgiving.
I can't even. I have it in the house.
Yeah.
It's an artificial tree.
It's no problem
for
with
me.
that.
I know, but
I have a problem with that. But...
Well,
you get a real one?
Oh, yeah, every year. Yeah. I love the smell of them, but that also forces you to wait a little bit longer because you need it to actually last
to live
through Christmas.
I'll tell you what, though, you can put that on. That's in an aerosol can. You can get that in a spray. Smells nice.
How's that, honey? Yeah.
Smells real nice. Andrew's face right now.
That was a very disgusting idea, Jake. I have to be honest with you.
Come on, common sense. Hey, I hate to
I'm kidding. All right, I'm kidding. You know, here's honest tip. Good tip.
Yeah.
Get a fake tree. Yeah. You're going to save money in the long run.
Sure.
You just get a bunch of those little card
pine tree air fresheners. Yes.
Yep. Hide them in the branches. Generally, they're green.
This.
You can't even see them.
It's genius.
And it smells.
They look like ornaments.
It does look like ornaments.
Right?
Just as real as any real tree smell you'll ever smell. And the more you scratch it, the more it'll smell like a real tree. So I recommend it.
A real Christmas tree was part of my life, my entire life. My mom would pick, you know how the family traditions go, right?
Yeah.
We'd schlep from lot to lot to lot until my mom found the perfect tree.
Yeah.
I'll never forget my old man's face. You know, it's okay, it's not here. Let's try somewhere else. Get back in the car. Cold. I mean, it's right out of a Christmas story.
Sure.
And we would find the perfect tree. And until my mom cried, it wasn't the right tree. And we would take that tree home and decorate it, and that was Christmas. It wasn't Christmas till we get the tree up. And then I almost killed my wife with a tree. I literally almost killed my wife with a tree.
Would you burn the house down?
No,
Dry tree or something?
I burned the house down on a different occasion, but thanks for bringing that up. Twice I burned the house.
You did, actually.
Oh, you've got, come on.
Yeah.
We've been together a year.
I forgot that you'd done that.
No. Well, I'll try not to take up the whole break with this story, but Christmas is big, always had a real tree. Went to Florida for Christmas one year. My little sister was getting married. We decided we'd spend Christmas on the road as a family. Christmas at Disney. My sister's wedding on the 20th.
Christmas in Florida?
Christmas in Florida.
Didn't work out for Kevin.
I know. Well, never does. Didn't work out for me. It was fine. But we didn't decorate that year. Didn't put a tree up that year. I mean, because we were out of town. Out of town for like 14 days, right?
That's half of the holidays.
Exactly.
Decorating for the holidays.
So the next year, I'm like, I'm making up for lost time, and we had it was like a Griswold moment. The tree I found, literally right out of Whoville. Yeah. You pull up to the biggest tree lot in the Northwest, and 3 foot above every other tree in the center was that tree.
Oh.
And we tied it to the top of the minivan. It was 2 foot over the front and 2 foot over the back.
Perfect.
Got it to the house. The trunk was, I swear to you, 18 inches in diameter. I had to build a stand.
I was going to say, there's no factory stand that's going to hold that.
And I put it up, and even though I have 14-foot cathedral ceilings, there are still green scrape marks on my roof from this tree not fitting. Had to take 1.5 feet off the bottom of this tree. Put this tree up.
You got a chainsaw?
Oh, yeah, of course I got a chainsaw. Come on.
Good.
The pine was so strong on this tree. It was so pungent.
The pine almost killed your wife?
The aroma, the things Andrew was fighting for, the real scent of a Christmas tree. My wife's eyes swole shut.
Oh, she's allergic.
Not usually, but when you bring in half a forest to your living room, it can be a problem.
Oh, that's a shame.
My wife had to hide in our own home for 2 weeks. Literally couldn't come upstairs in the house, had to live in our basement, which is a nice finished basement, don't get me wrong. It's not like she was chained to a wall like Sloth. But my wife couldn't come up for Christmas. I mean, she literally came up for Christmas morning. We opened presents. 20 minutes later, she couldn't see.
Oh, no.
And she went back downstairs. Christmas night, not the day after, not the 26th, Christmas evening. She brings me a limb saw. And I'm watching football, drops it in my lap. Get that thing out of the house. I had to cut it because it was too big to get out the door.
Christmas night.
Three guys had to help me bring it in.
Yikes.
I'm surprised she made it that long without asking you to drag that out of the house.
I almost killed her. That next week, in the post-Christmas clearance sales, she bought our artificial tree, which we still use to this day. And that was 20 years ago we got out of this tree. 20 years of our artificial
We've had an artificial tree. I don't even like admitting this, but we've had an artificial tree now for the last 6-7 years. And it's beautiful. We love it. It's part of the tradition
Pre-lit?
now. We keep it. It's
Pre-lit? You got one of those pre-lits?
We have 2 trees.
Okay.
So we have one that we do downstairs, then we have another one that we do upstairs.
Wow. Are you adopting? Are you thinking about another kid?
And one of them has what's the white stuff on it? Like the
flocking.
It's
flocking.
Yeah,
Oh, I
flocking.
love that.
Great.
It's always snowy in my house.
Yeah.
And but my kids are not getting the real tree experience.
Okay.
And so someday when they grow up and they have families of their own, I would like them to at least feel guilty that they have a plastic tree. And they're not even going to feel that guilt because they just grew up with a plastic tree. I know, and I don't want them to have that. I want them to have the real tree experience. Because when I was a kid, all we got was real trees.
Yeah. Did you ever got to the woods, cut down your own tree?
Every year.
You went to
and we went to the same lot every single year, and we cut down the tree. And it was a magical experience. And my kids' experience is just like, let's take it out of the box.
Unbox. Yep, the unboxing. Oh,
yeah, the magical Christmas unboxing. And it just feels like it's sucking all the real Christmas spirit out of it.
Well, you have the power to take them to the woods, man. At least once. At least once.
I should do it this year and just tell my wife,
we're
doing it.
Honey,
we're just going to get a real tree.
Yeah.
And she's like, you got to put water in it. It's going to spill on the floors.
Yeah, and next year we'll go back to the box.
Yes.
Can I suggest something a little evil?
Please.
Are they young enough that you could take them out to the woods, have them all choose a tree, and then say, it's going to be delivered to our home, and then just put up the artificial tree?
And just lie to my
just
children?
pretend that's the one they picked.
They're not rubes.
Are my children young enough for me to lie to them? Yeah, I think so.
What? You think they wouldn't know?
I lie to my kids all day. What are you
Hang some of
talking
those
about?
pine tree air fresheners, they'll never know the difference.
Here's the thing. I have no moral problem lying to my children. I literally use it as part of my parenting.
As all good parents
You
should.
have to lie to your kids almost round the clock.
Sorry.
There's little that I tell my kids the truth about. But I do think they'd be able to tell the difference between. They would know I'm pulling a fast one on them if I said, "Hey," and they're like, "That looks an awful lot like that fake tree we pull out every year." So yeah, I don't think I could lie to them like that. Only because they're too smart. But I have no problem with it morally. Oh, Christmas trees!
Here it comes. Oh, Christmas
All right.
tree.
All the text line thinks I should get a real tree. All right, let's get to. Should we get to Friday favorites?
Friday favorites.
All right, Laura, start us off.
Well, I was gone almost all week.
You
It
were?
sounded like an incredibly short week for me. A 2-day week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to pick one or no? Do you want to skip one? Do you have one?
I don't know. I had a great experience on that boat. I feel like I've talked about it at length.
Tell
but
us.
I was on the show this week from the boat.
It's
so
true.
maybe that's my Friday favorite.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. And I don't know. I just wanted to give another quick little shout out to how cool that nonprofit is.
Captain Bill?
Captain Bill and Corky, expedition manager on the Alaska Endeavor. It was just such a cool experience, and they make so much research possible that would be possible otherwise. And it's such a cool program. And I don't know, I would just encourage people to get out into their communities and volunteer. You can end up it doesn't all have to be spooning porridge into the mouths of the elderly, especially around the holidays.
Oh, that sounds so nice. Or
I'm hungry.
I mean, porridge needs to be spooned, don't get
I'm
me
an old
wrong.
guy. or I can't tell you how many times we would take listeners out and we'd adopt a section of highway as a radio show.
Sure.
Oh,
We'd be on the
cool.
side of I-5 cleaning up rubbish on the side of the
I still think mine was cooler.
Yours was way cooler. Yours was way cooler.
I got to drive a boat.
I had an orange vest.
Your Canadian waters.
trash.
And a stick with a spike at the end.
She's on a cruise ship. You're picking up refuse.
I'm hauling tires out of the brush
I've
alongside
got a whale
I-5.
watching dog in my lap.
She's got a, I think Laura wins
I think
this
I win.
one.
Yeah, you win.
That's what I'd recommend. But
So-
I'll tell you what,
Tis the
feeding
giving
old people
season. Yeah.
sounds like a close second. That sounds nice.
I'll do that next.
Fair enough.
All right, Spike, what's your favorite
My
thing
story
of the week?
came to us early in the week on Monday. Jake, you found the story and brought it in. It's the new policy from Target, the 10-4 rule.
Controversial rule.
Right? Now, and that's got the potential to go off the rails quickly, but Target has instituted a new policy to all their employees called the 10-4 rule. And what it is an effort to re-engage customer service.
Yeah.
From Target, from a corporate level to their employees. And the rule is if you get within 10 foot of a customer, you're required. Part of your job description is to make eye contact with that customer.
Which Gen Z has a tough time doing.
Tough time doing. And I will say not just Target, but you got some audio from, let's play this clip.
So this is basically the 10-4 policy from Target. It's effectively a happiness policy. Here's how it's going to work. I am 10 feet away from the camera. If I was a store employee and I saw you coming in, I would wave, I would say hi, I would kind of make eye contact with you, make sure we're seeing each other, not really interrupt you. If I am Now, 4 feet away, which would bring me right here, quite up close, I am to interact with you and start a warm and friendly conversation. 10 feet to 4 feet, 10-4.
And I love the fact that customer service is being recognized by Target that as an element of retail success. It's hard to differentiate between where you spend your dollars these days.
Sure.
Everyone's very competitive on pricing, right? And the idea of that customer service can be a difference maker is lost on so many businesses, not just retailers.
It's interesting to me, too, that some of these things that we used to just take for granted in your jobs, that you would have to be customer facing and having conversations
Problem
or asking
solver,
if they need
answer
help
questions.
or whatever.
Yes.
These now have to be told.
Yeah.
That is a problem for these employers, that the young people that they're hiring don't want to interact with people.
Well, I would say, who are they trying to attract with this policy? Is it boomers? Because Gen Z does not want to make eye contact with you in a store.
Yeah, that's another
this would
question.
Scare young people out of Target.
If you're
in my opinion.
If you're a young person, like whatever you're doing at Target, killing time, whatever, and somebody's just following you around, you're like, are you thinking I'm stealing? Are you thinking I'm
4 feet
being
away,
suspicious
though.
or something?
Just exactly 4 feet away.
Yeah. So would it annoy you out of the store?
That's a great. Laura brings up a great point. You know, I think you can engage this younger Gen Z or Gen Alpha, whomever it is, customer base. You know, just because they don't like contact, maybe it's because they haven't had enough contact. Maybe no one's been, interested in them. Help them. Can I help you find something? I don't know if anybody's ever asked me in the store, can I help you find something? And if I need it, well, yeah, can you tell me where the blah, blah, blah is? And they say, sure. And some stores, it's the policy to walk you to the products you're looking for.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I've been in grocery stores where it's like, hey, where's the blah, blah, blah? And they say, it's over on aisle 51, side lower. So, no, come on, I'll show you. And they walk you to what, I know Home Depot does this.
Home Depot will walk you to
you
it.
can ever find somebody, once you get them.
That's the problem.
You can't find them because they're always walking people to plumbing.
That's the problem.
But it's nice. It's nice to have somebody, if I'm a shopper and somebody it shows some genuine interest in solving my problem, getting me efficiently, making sure I get the right thing, me getting out efficiently, I love that.
I don't need somebody to make eye contact with me, but what I do think would be nice is if on every aisle, not like every individual aisle, but like on every main aisle, you have little circles where Target people just stand. Almost like, you know how on in Bellevue they have the tin soldiers on the blocks.
Snowflake Lane.
Snowflake Lane.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're just kind of standing there.
Yeah.
You should have Target employees there, and so if you need them, they're right there.
Always right there when you need
and they
them.
have to return to their circle when they're not helping somebody. So if I need help, they'll just be there.
Sure.
And I actually want them to not make eye contact.
You know what this reminds me of? Those people who dress up like statues and paint themselves.
Yes.
Yes.
If they could be one solid monotone metallic color.
Red. The Target red and white.
Could be red.
Where's Waldo?
Could be silver. They could look like a robot.
Sure.
Whatever they want to dress like.
That stuff creeps me out.
But they've got to be in their circle.
Living robots.
And they're just accessible for if I need help.
It'd be great. I just love that someone is actually making customer service a priority for their employees.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's a good thing. It is a good thing. All right. I'll do mine really fast here. Mamdani, new mayor of New York.
Yeah, it's all the headlines.
He went to go visit Mr. Mamdani. Goes to
the Dark Tower to see the evil eye. Right? Is that what I was hearing ahead of this? Yeah.
Goes to D.C. Was it Mr. Smith? Mr. Mamdani goes to Washington. There you go.
Yeah.
So he went to go visit Trump in the White House. I just think it's funny because I just wanted to highlight that if you were to guess these two guys' feelings towards each other based on what we have heard ahead of time, you would say these two are just going to butt heads and they're never going to get along. Yada, yada, yada.
Fireworks.
Argle bargle.
Yeah.
So Trump put out a thing the other day saying that he says, Communist Mayor of New York, Zoran Mamdani, has asked for a meeting. We have agreed to this meeting that will take place in the Oval Office on Friday, November 21st. That's today. Further details to follow. That's what he posted. Mamdani, leading up to this, has spoken many times about Trump and his feelings about Trump. If you were to surmise these things from his speeches, are not very good.
It's called him a fascist.
He called him many things.
Yeah, many things.
Here's his victory speech on Trump.
After all, if anyone can show a nation betrayed by Donald Trump how to defeat him, it is the city that gave rise to him. And if there is any way to terrify a despot, it is by dismantling the very conditions that allowed him to accumulate power.
Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Wow.
This is not only how we stop Trump, it's how we stop the next one.
All right, so he's very enthusiastic to stop Trump. So then they're in the White House. They're in the White House and they're standing together. And this is just a perfect example of what I want to highlight. Politics is 90% theater. So much of it is just theater and what they're trying to deliver to their constituents in the moment. But in reality, I think Mamdani actually seems like kind of a interesting fellow. I disagree with a lot of the stuff that he believes in and stands for and thinks will work, but he's obviously a very talented politician. He's a super magnanimous guy. People seem to like him. He seems like a normal person.
Fast on his feet, well-spoken, likable. Yeah.
That's what works for him. That's why he got elected. Trump has a lot of those same qualities.
Yes,
so these guys, while they're polar opposites of each other, when they actually get in person, they're all smiling side by side. It actually looked like a nice meeting. Trump says, I think this guy, you pulled up a quote of Trump's. What did he say about Mamdani? He said, he said, my feelings on this guy have been changed. I hope he's very successful in New York. Just
I could live in a city that Mamdani runs.
Mamdani was asked about calling Trump a despot. Listen to this. This is kind of funny.
I think both President Trump and I, we are very clear about our positions and our views. And what I really appreciate about the president is that the meeting that we had focused not on places of disagreement, which there are many, and also focused on the shared purpose that we have in serving New Yorkers. And frankly, that is something that could transform the lives of the 8.5 million people who are currently struggling under a cost of living crisis, with 1 in 4 living in poverty. And the meeting came back again and again to what it could look like to lift those New Yorkers out of struggle and start to deliver them a city that they could do more than just struggle to afford it, but actually start to live in it.
And I've been called much worse than a despot, so it's not that insulting. Maybe I think he'll change his mind after we get to working together. Yes, please.
Kind of friendly with each other. There was also Mamdani was also asked about when he called Trump a fascist, and Trump's like, I don't care.
He asked about your comment calling the president a fascist, and your answer was, both President Trump and I have been clear about our positions and our views. Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay. You can just say yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay. It's easier. It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind.
He pats him on the shoulder. He said, that's okay. You can just say yes.
Yeah, little wrestle.
These are just names that people call. Who cares? And the point of all this is people need to chill out.
Yeah.
They get so wrapped up that like, oh, he's an actual, or oh, he's going to be. Just chill the heck out, people. Yep. Plus, it's a holiday, so it's nice to see people getting
along. Look at these two guys willing to talk
if
together.
These two guys can have a meeting and get along, then we all can get along.
Here.
Superman speech.
We're going to lead by example, both of them.
All right. Good stuff, yeah. All right, we got a lot more coming up. Stick around. Be right back.
Seattle's morning news.
Hi, I'm Charlie Harger.
And I'm Amanda Factor.
We are gearing up for the holiday week, and so are Bellevue Police.
Hint, retail thieves beware.
Casey McNerney from the King County Prosecutor's Office joins us for Crime and Punishment.
Sunday morning football, Hawks highlights from Tennessee.
All the day's news, traffic, and weather.
I hope you can join us Monday 5 to 9 on Seattle's Morning News.
We're on YouTube, our app, your smart speaker, and 97.3 FM.
Hey there, Dawn Riling with Olympic Hot Tub. When the weather outside is frightful, a hot tub or sauna is so delightful. Heat up the season and gift yourself year-round wellness from Olympic. A soak in a saltwater hot spring spa is pure bliss, the perfect escape at the end of the day. Or warm body and soul in a Tilo sauna, your ideal retreat. Heck, you deserve both. Our Heat Up the Season savings end November 23rd. Learn more at olympichottub.com. Better you, better life.
Health insurance is broken, but it doesn't have to be. That's why Scan Health Plan was founded as a nonprofit, so we can create Medicare Advantage plans that focus on the real needs of seniors. We've been people first since 1977, and we're here to make Medicare work hard for you, because you deserve more than a broken system. You deserve a plan that fights for you. Visit scandifference.org to learn more. Scan Health Plan is an HMO plan with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in Scan Health Plan depends on contract renewal.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
With Progressive's collision coverage, my family gets up to $1,000 for vet bills if I'm injured in a car accident. And that makes this Chihuahua really feel like part of the family. What's that? I don't sound like a chihuahua? Oh, I'm sorry. What exactly am I supposed to sound like? I guess all chihuahuas are high-strung, riding around in expensive designer purses. Actually, I prefer riding in cars. So I appreciate that my family protects me with Progressive's pet collision coverage. Okay, maybe I am a little high-strung. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states. Coverage for dogs and cats is included with the purchase of collision coverage and is subject to policy terms.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody. Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
And now, Tales of Another Way. You've got your same old playlist, but another song about a breakup is just a downer. 2 minutes in your music app, and now you're groovin', man. Sometimes another way is the better way, like the new SR 509 Expressway, the alternate route that'll help manage congestion on I-5 and other local roads. It's tolling now, and you can save $2 per toll with a Good to Go pass. Get a free sticker pass at goodtogo509.com.
The team that gave me back my full head of hair, Advanced Hair, is once again the winner of the 425 Business of the Year. Dr. Perongo and his world-class team begin regrowing your own natural hair the very next day. And Advanced Hair guarantees your new hair will grow, just like they did for me. Find out why Advanced Hair is the best of the best. With your free consultation, you'll receive $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. 425-449-8185 or advancedhair.com.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Your new home is now ready. D.R. Horton, America's builder, has new homes that are ready today. With new construction communities throughout the Puget Sound and Central Washington areas and more coming, D.R. Horton has the right home for you. At D.R. Horton, we're still building with more construction, more communities, and more homes available every day. Find your new home, now ready at drhorton.com. That's drhorton.com. D.R. Horton, America's builder, an equal housing opportunity builder.
From the K4 to the Telluride to the EV9, be ready this winter with amazing pricing and financing. Now is the time to buy at Kia of Everett. Simple, easy, fun.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granillo. An extraordinary turnabout in the Oval Office.
We agree on a lot more than I would have thought.
President Trump speaking positively of New York's incoming mayor Zohran Mamdani after the two met at the White House. CBS's Linda Kenyon reports.
The two previously traded strong words, with President Trump calling Mayor-elect Mamdani a, quote, 100% communist lunatic, and Mamdani calling the president a despot. But in the Oval Office, Trump struck a friendly tone.
Some of my views have changed.
While Mamdani said he appreciated that the meeting focused on a shared purpose, serving the people of New York City.
And today's meeting came just hours after the House passed a resolution condemning the, quote, horrors of socialism. 3 Washington Democrats supported that measure. Representatives Marie Glueson-Camp-Perez, Kim Schreier, and Marilyn Strickland joining Republicans in support. Pierce County deputies arrested a man who's accused of vandalizing his own neighborhood.
We have a warrant for your arrest. Come out with your hands up.
KIRO News Radio's James Lynch has more.
This rash of vandalism happened in University Place between November 13th and 18th in the 4200 block of Robin Road West. Deputy Carly Capetto says the damage was extensive.
Mailboxes had been rummaged through, parked vehicles had been damaged, and several light fixtures could be seen broken on the homes.
The suspect, a 48-year-old man, was caught on video and tracked to his nearby home where he was arrested. James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
Mariners are giving fans plenty to cheer about next season. KIRO News Radio's Amanda Factor explains.
The team just announced its full calendar of special events and giveaways. Single game tickets go on sale Tuesday, November 25th. Expect fan favorites like post-game fireworks and collectible player items. Also a big celebration for the franchise's 50th season. Opening day, March 26th, brings magnetic schedules. April 10th, Ichiro replica statue night. Oh, and don't forget April 11th, Humpy shoulder plush night. Amanda Factor, KIRO News Radio.
2:33. Let's go now to the real-time traffic desk with Nate Connors.
All right, in Renton, southbound 405, traffic comes to a halt just past Northeast 44th. We obviously have something blocking down there, but it's out of my camera view, and I haven't received any reports yet to confirm what it is. What I can confirm is a solid backup starting at Southeast 8th and Bellevue. Bellevue to Renton up to a 45-minute drive. That's a 15-minute delay already. Through Seattle, South 5 slows just a bit from 80th in the downtown. Linwood to Seattle is up a bit to 25 minutes. Seattle to Federal Way at 35 minutes. Your typical backup starting near Interurban Avenue. Both directions of State Route 167 are heavy right now through Pacific. South 5, the backup actually starts back at State Route 18. And a heads up, later tonight, northbound 167 will close between Stewart and Ellingson Roads for restriping. It's a brief overnight closure from 11 p.m. through 3 a.m. And we've got a 3-mile backup South 5 along JBLM, Tacoma to Olympia, 45 minutes. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Mostly cloudy today. Temperatures in the low to mid-50s. Tomorrow, same type of high temperatures, but the rain does start to roll through and increases on Sunday. Right now, 54 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
All right, welcome back to the show. I have to issue a correction here. Somebody corrected me on the text line. They're absolutely right. Bruce in Capitol Hill says, I made a reference at the end of last segment about Superman's speech about can we all get along, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
He says, that's not Superman, that's Rocky. That's a Rocky speech.
Oh, okay.
I think he's right. I think
he
is
Rodney
right.
King.
Although, do I have this wrong? I felt like in Superman,
which iteration?
5, where he's fighting against nuclear war.
I don't.
Or was that also Rocky? Am I thinking of Rocky?
Did Rocky end the Cold War? Was that Rambo?
No, Rocky. No.
Sorry,
Okay, so
too much fun.
Rocky makes a speech. No, Rocky does make the speech in front of.
Bad,
Rocky makes a speech after he defeats Drago.
Okay.
If I can change. And he can change. Blah, blah, blah.
Right, no, you're right, right.
But I feel like there's also a Superman speech which is a little on the nose, a little heavy-handed. Can you look this up, Laura? Is there a Superman speech where he speaks out against nuclear war and he talks about all getting along? Can you look that up? Because I think Bruce is right, but I think I'm also forgivably wrong a little bit. And it's very important to me to prove myself right to Bruce, if at all possible. I'll let you look that up while we work on some other stuff. All right, let's move on to something else because that's not really that important. She's giving me a look like she can't find it.
Well, I have absolutely no movie reference knowledge to pull on, so this is a
Look up
difficult
Superman
Google.
5 UN speech. Just type in Superman 5
I'm as human
UN
as
speech.
anyone. I get scared. I wake
you
up
look it
every
up?
morning, and despite not knowing what to do, I put one foot in front of the other, and I try to make the best choice I can. I screw up all the time.
This is
but
Superman
that
speaking?
is being human, and that is my greatest strength. Yes, that's the Superman speech.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I was conflating the two.
That happens.
I think Bruce is right. It was more Rocky that I was thinking of than the Superman UN speech, which is really about nuclear disarmament. So it makes no sense in context to Trump and Mamdani meeting in the White House. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, this was an interesting little thing that we can argue over, or we can all agree wholeheartedly on.
Okay.
Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy.
The Duffster.
The Duff.
Yeah.
He was making a point that as we head into a busy week of holiday travel, it's the busiest travel week of the year, they say, flight-wise.
Yeah.
As we head into a week of holiday travel, how can you make the flight experience better for folks? How can it be better? And he has an interesting suggestion. So let me play his audio clip, and then let's see if we agree with him or we disagree with him about making the flight experience better overall.
Good. Okay.
So here, and let's start from this point, too. Can we all agree? Let's make sure that we all have the same, we're all saying, starting from the same starting point. Do we all agree that flight travel, as it is today, in not first class, but just like in general boarding, general population? Can we all agree, yes, in coach, that flight travel doesn't feel like it did in years past?
Oh, you wholeheartedly agree.
I feel like it
ain't what it used to be.
It's gotten worse. Am I right?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Do we all feel that way?
You have to pay to check your bags. The lines are crazy. The delays are crazy.
The amenities on the plane seem to be less.
Forget a blanket. Used to be a blanket and a pillow, no problem. What do you need?
Yeah, headphones. Headphones, I think, were maybe always like a buck.
They used to feed people on flights. No more. They used to feed people on planes. I'm telling you, not just in first class.
Not just international?
No. If you flew American, if you flew in America domestic flight, a long flight, you got a meal.
Yeah.
If it was a breakfast, lunch, or dinner time, you got a meal.
I feel like the cutoff was 2 hours. If it was over 2 hours, they were going to give you food.
Well, you don't have time to get up and get down. You better get a drink. I get that. But I think it's more. It's the traveler. It's not even the amenities anymore. I get airlines are in business and times are tough. Economic pressures on the airlines to be competitive. I think it's the travelers that have changed.
Okay, let's hear about it from Sean Duffy, and let's see if his suggestion would improve air travel for everybody.
People dress up like they're going to bed when they fly. I see people getting on airplanes and they're having a hard time taking their luggage and getting in the oversized or the above bin. Help people out, be nice, be courteous. And so we want to push people as we come into a really busy travel season. Help people out, be in a good mood, dress up, bring civility back to travel. And I think everyone's experience is going to be that much better.
What do you guys think about this? Dressing up for a flight. Novel idea? Would it improve the experience for everybody on board, Laura? What do you think?
Hard no for me.
To dress up?
Hard no.
Really?
Yeah. Everything else about this is so miserable already. I have no room to sit. My legs are cramped. I'm smushing all my luggage I possibly can above and below me because I don't want to pay extra.
Okay.
The least I can do is wear comfortable, loose-fitting pants.
Okay, that's fair.
The least I can do is put an eye mask on and not have people judge me. You know?
Could you not put an eye mask on and maybe a little mascara?
Well, Laura, I hear what you're saying, but I think what Secretary Duffy is also saying is help Laura with her bags, people.
Yeah, no,
Show
obviously.
a little common courtesy.
There should be a gentleman out there that sees Laura putting a bag up.
That was part of his statement, right? I mean, you're right. You're up there, and part of that is because they're charging us.
If you were dressed a little nicer, somebody might do it.
Just to be clear, Jake is making these jokes because before the show, I said that I actually agree in dressing up a little bit for last-minute holiday shopping or driving. Okay. People will let you merge or let you into the store right before it closes if you have a little bit of mascara on and a nice smile. They treat you a little differently
because you appear to them to be a little higher class.
And I thought you guys could maybe try my mascara trick and
Happy
see
to
how
try
far
it.
it gets you at the holidays.
See if I get some more service from the people at Target. They got to talk to me anyway. I don't know what I look like at Target.
Now they have to.
They have to talk to me.
I could use it. A little blush on these cheeks.
Get those cheekbones. You got beautiful cheekbones. You should
give yourself a little color. Yeah.
Nice. What do you think, Spike, about dressing up on flights?
You know how much I hate to agree with anything the Trump administration puts out there, but you got me again. I'm with him on this one. And Laura's got some great points, though. I don't want to be uncomfortable on a plane. I mean, I get looking nice, looking neat, but a suit and a coat and tie is uncomfortable. And you're already in a cramped seat with people who are bleeding over your armrest. I get the comfortable clothes on a plane. But folks who trot on in their slippers and pajamas with their own pillow and their own sleeping
soft
blankets.
Pants, somebody in sweats. I see a grown person in sweats.
I got no time for these people. And
God help me if you take your shoes off. I mean, ugh.
Yeah, forget that.
People who take their shoes off on the plane should be forced to sit outside.
Any
I say we bolt some seats to the wing, and if you're going to take your shoes off, you can take them outside. Okay?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, come on,
okay
people.
with it.
People who put their feet up.
That's
on the
gross.
plane?
That's gross.
If you're on the aisle and you put your foot up because your foot is in the aisle?
It's a respect for the people that you're flying with.
Thank you.
Somebody shows up on a plane in sweats. I think instantly when I see that person, I go, this person is a depressed person.
Well, they don't care.
They've left the house in sweats. They have no care for what other people think about them. They don't, like, when you go to church or when you go to a nice function, when you go to a play or you go to a Christmas tree lighting, are you wearing sweats? No, you're dressing up for the occasion.
Right.
Because you feel like you want to be your best person. You want to present yourself in the best way that you can. you're acting differently. And maybe I think that's what he's saying here.
I think he is too.
You're going to hold yourself to a higher standard. And if everybody holds themselves to a higher standard, isn't the experience better for all of us?
Do you think the people who work to help travelers get through the airports and the airplanes quickly and efficiently, you think they would be more willing to help you, to Laura's point, if you look a little nicer?
You walk in a nice, crisp suit, or looking good, or some schlub in sandals with your disgusting feet.
You can definitely sneak into an airport lounge a little bit easier.
All
Dressing
of it.
nice. By the way,
all of life gets better.
I've got very comfortable travel clothes, but they look nice. They're pleated pants, but they're stretchy.
Sure.
They don't have a binding waist.
The appearance of nice is all you need.
Yeah.
It doesn't have
They
to
look
actually
great.
be nice.
You know?
But you put a little effort in.
Put a little effort in.
Put a little effort in.
Yep.
There you go. I like it.
And you know if your bag's too big for the overhead.
And help somebody out. If you see a lady trying to put up a bag, stand up and help her.
Right.
Be a gentleman, for crying out loud. Or just like a nice tall lady. If there's a tall lady who can help out,
Yeah, we're
good
not
for
sexist
you too.
Here.
You can do it. All right, we got text messages coming up next. Hit us up, 888-973-5476. We will be right back.
The John Curley Show.
Katie Wilson is putting her powerhouse transition team together.
Weekdays 3 to 7.
Put everything in place and solve all the big problems that everybody expects to have solved when it comes to government. When I asked her if she's okay with being, the West Coast Mondani, she seemed to have no problem with it. And of course, Mondani, the new mayor of New York, has said that, there's no problem too small that the government can't solve, and the government cares so much. The government's going to care so much, and the government's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Watch The John Curley Show live on YouTube.
Guys, tired all the time, gaining weight, low drive? These aren't just signs of aging. They could be low testosterone or other underlying issues. Right now, Revive Men's Health Washington is making it easier to get answers with a comprehensive wellness panel. It's not just a lab test, it's where better performance begins. Our providers will check your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. A $400 value for just $99, or free if you start treatment. Over 120,000 men have trusted Revive to restore their energy, mood, and confidence. So if you're ready to feel better and live stronger, call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Offer ends November 30th. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
Did you know that nearly half the homes in Western Washington are not properly insulated or not insulated at all? That may be the reason why your home is way too hot in the summer and way too cold in the winter. It may also be the reason that your energy bills are sky high. Right now, Insulation Northwest is offering a free inspection of your home's insulation. This is a $199 value and it's absolutely free, no obligation. Just call today and Insulation Northwest will arrange a time that works with your schedule. We'll perform a thorough exam of your home's insulation and give you the advice you need to start saving thousands. Everyone who calls today will also receive a free infrared screening of your home using the latest technology. This will help reveal any hidden flaws in your home's protective energy blanket. What do you have to lose? It only takes about an hour and it's absolutely free. Call Insulation Northwest today, the real insulation company.
InsulationNorthwest.com. The stock market's on fire. AI stocks are performing at all-time levels. We hope you, like many of our investors, have taken advantage of it. A famous man once said, buy low, sell high. There's also $8 trillion of cash sitting on the sidelines. Investors are either scared or they don't know where to go. Hi, I'm Scott Rireka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares profit with our investors. We've been doing it for 19 years, averaging double-digit returns with zero investor losses. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital and invest in our family of funds. From a 3-year investment with double-digit returns to only a 90-day commitment returning 7%. We also accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Legacy Group Capital at LegacyG.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at LegacyG.com.
What if you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family's banking on bandwidth. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger. But your Wi-Fi? It would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply.
I love the fact that Mike Novak sells more homes than anybody else. This guy works so hard. You know what's happening? People are selling their homes again. And if you don't have Mike Novak's name on that sign, well, you're wasting your time and your house is just going to be sitting on the market. Mike is so confident that he can sell your house quickly. And for more, you'll pay no commission if Mike Novak doesn't sell that home in 21 days. So go to meetthenovaks.com. I'll spell Novaks for you. Novaks. Meetthenovaks.com.
Fall rains can expose hidden roof problems, and once water gets in, the damage only gets worse. Is your roof ready for the season? Hi, Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. At State Roofing and Exteriors, we repair and replace roofs with a quality you've trusted for decades. And yes, we also provide siding, windows, decks, and gutters to keep your entire home protected. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com today to schedule a free estimate. State Roofing and Exteriors, held to a higher standard since 1968.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Not only does Progressive let you bundle your insurance, they also give you round-the-clock protection. Get a quote today at progressive.com.
Celebrate the Taj Mahal Quintet's 30th anniversary performing at Dimitros Jazz Alley, November 21st through 30th. Don't miss these living icons. Tickets at jazzalley.com. Next up, Smokey Robinson, December 1st and 2nd.
Experience the thrill of seeing orcas and humpback whales with Puget Sound Express. Join their family-run tours for guaranteed whale sightings, departing daily from Edmonds. These are Seattle's most popular and well-reviewed whale tours. Book now at PugetSoundExpress.com.
All right, welcome back. We've got a lot of text messages to read, so why don't we just jump right in. Laura, you want to start us off?
Yeah, on Seattle's new budget ideas, John in Snohomish says there's got to be somewhere the city of Seattle can make cuts or improve efficiency. I would love to hear what they're doing in that regard. It can't just be every time they need money, they need to raise taxes.
I agree. There's got to be somewhere that they're already spending money that they can just say, you know what, for at least the next 2 years, we're going to dial this back a little bit. It's just a lot of money.
You ever see the movie Dave? Bet the president, the lookalike. Kevin Kline plays a presidential imposter, impersonator, I should say.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
He gets high rate.
Yeah.
And he brings over as a buddy of the CPA. And they balance the budget in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Get those involved in politics out of the audits and budget balancing, and bring in a CPA.
Get a private sector guy in there,
right?
Who doesn't get swallowed up by the stuff in the government.
Doesn't have a vested interest in the outcome of the decision. Absolutely. On the Washington State Ferry merch, Dave in Snohomish County says everyone has merch these days. For heaven's sake, if Trump is selling it out of the White House, then Washington State Ferries can too.
I think Dave misreads us.
Yeah, we're not saying they can't sell merch, but I was pretty rough on them.
I think their merch is just very boring.
Yeah, they could do better. We're trying to help.
If you're willing to poke fun at yourself, you're going to make a lot more money. And so that's why we have those suggestions, which you can also see at Jake Skorheim on X, Jake and Spike Show on X. We posted those there as well. Caleb in Tacoma, Jake cracks me up at how angry and critical he gets at the ferry service. It's because I'm angry and critical of them. He's correct with his criticism. Thank you, Caleb. But it feels like he takes it personally, and it makes me laugh.
You do sometimes act like they're out just to get you. You take it very
Can
personally.
I express something?
Sure,
honestly?
Sure, of course.
I feel like they are. Out to get me personally.
Really?
Yes.
You think when they see your coin line, they send half the staff home?
I don't see any other explanation. Every time I'm in line, it takes a long time. I've been very vocal about not liking the job that they're doing.
You use the ferries more than
you
probably any of us at the station.
By far.
Yeah.
I'm on them almost every other weekend.
Yeah.
stuck. I'm in line right now.
You'd like to be on them.
Yeah, I would like to be on them more, but I'm stuck in line most of the time.
Catch one this weekend, you had to be there by 1 o'clock this morning. Yeah. Benny,
sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, Stumpy and Olympia says, if I want to buy Washington State Ferry merch, how long is the line going to be?
That's a great question. Yeah, you get to check out, and they're like, we're sorry, we actually don't have somebody to sell this to you.
You better not try to cut in line at the Ferry merch line either, because those people are vicious.
That's fine.
On Bothel's plan for climate change, Ryan in 253 says, here's an idea for Bothell. All elected officials have to use public transportation.
Oh.
Yeah. If you're gonna talk the talk, don't walk the walk. Ride the bus.
That is an interesting idea.
Yeah, ride the bus.
That's interesting. 206 says, thank you, Jake. Accountability is missing in government. 206, we're happy to make them accountable. Yeah. Absolutely. If they're trying to take more of your money, they should tell you where it's going.
On the Discover Pass price jump, 206 says the drop in sales right now is more about the swell of purchases at the old price, based on a little insider information.
Huh.
Ooh.
Interesting fact. Yeah. It does make sense, too. People rushed to get the pass before they knew the proposed impending price increase. That makes sense. Okay. On phones in schools, great topic here. 425 says, our district got more pressure from the parents to keep the phones in school than from the kids. You're right. It was the parents.
I told you.
Totally surprising to me. I cannot imagine why parents couldn't see the dangers of letting their kids have a screen in front of their face all the time.
You remember, though, how hard it was when your son asked for a technology? Right?
How hard? It's the easiest thing in the world.
You laughed in his face.
I literally laughed at him.
For you. But for a lot of parents, don't want to take on their kids.
Well, I suggest
they don't want to tell their kids no.
Who's raising who? That's what I would ask parents. Do you know better? The kids know better. There's a reason I don't let my kids eat sugar all the time, because it's not good for them. But if my kids had their way, they'd be eating sugar all the time. They'd never go to bed. Life would be miserable.
More frosting for dinner, Dad?
Exactly. Be a parent. Jeez Louise. On old school tech, 253 says, I just sold my Zune on eBay for $150. Laura, you might have some money in an old drawer.
You know what? I'm going to go search this Thanksgiving. I'm going to do a little scavenger hunt, because that's serious money. Pamela in Black Diamond says, I still have an iPod and I use it. Wow. I've also seen a lot of Gen Z kids using iPods as kind of like a cool anti-tech
It's like a retro thing.
Yeah, it's like a retro.
425 says, Jake, your kid asked for a smartwatch, and I bet you could find an old Casio watch with a calculator on eBay.
You know,
Wouldn't that be funny?
It would be. Those are not cheap. Those are another one of those items. Yes, if any of these nostalgia items from when we were kids.
They're bringing money on eBay?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, those are not cheap. They would be sweet. I'd love to find one. Let's see here. On good old-fashioned customer service, Christine Everett says Trader Joe's has the best customer service and the most friendly employees. That is nice.
And 206 says Chick-fil-A hires people that are already nice.
There you go.
They do hire nice people. Dressing up on a plane, Spike, go for it.
Julie B says, I'm not dressing up on the plane with people I don't know. All the flights I take are usually 6 hours plus. I'm wearing whatever the hell I want. You go, Julie.
All right, Julie. It's your world, Julie. We're just living in it.
I'll dress up when airlines get nicer.
Ooh,
they need to deserve it.
Yeah. Make them work for it. All right. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
After hitting a flat note in L.A.
Sam looking, dumps a pass, it's intercepted. That's number 4.
The Seahawks head down yonder to Nashville, looking to get that twang back.
As a team, I think we're in good shape. One loss doesn't define us.
Rocking and rolling their way to another win.
You know, it's about us, how we can get better as a team.
When we do it right, it's all within our wheelhouse.
Seahawks, Titans, Sunday. Kickoff at 10 a.m., pregame at 7. Giddy up.
Where the 12s hear the Hawks. KIRO Newsradio on 97.3 FM.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Also that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Makita's built for the pros who show up early, who don't do shortcuts, only precise cuts. With tools built to last, job after job, year after year. Performance that pays off, because when the job calls for the best, you answer. And when you need the best, you call on Makita. Built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
At Bank of America, we asked our teammates, what makes this company a great place to work?
There's very little that you can't accomplish working for Bank of America.
If you prove yourself, you can try over in a totally new way.
You can learn so much here. You're the owner of your career.
See how our teammates are growing in their careers at bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Make this the last holiday season in that old kitchen. Hi, this is Chad Cicchini, owner of Heritage Homecraft. Our solid wood refacing system delivers a luxurious new kitchen way easier and less expensive than a tear out. You won't believe the difference. Heritage Homecraft's specialty is custom cabinet refacing and quartz countertops. With Heritage Homecraft, custom means built from scratch just for you. Our own craftsmen, not subcontractors, will reface your existing cabinet boxes with 1/4-inch thick solid hardwood and add new custom-built solid hardwood doors. We can make design changes, add cabinets, install custom features, and top it all off with a brand new quartz countertop. With the holidays here, I know everyone's busy, but if you order your new Heritage Homecraft kitchen now for select install dates after the new year, I'll give you 12% off the entire project. Hey, all year long and especially next holiday season, you'll be delighted that you did. Call today, Heritage Homecraft, 425-485-1600, 425-485-1600, or heritagehomecraft.com.
Stacey Rost here from Seattle Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, this is for you too. Stubborn fat is really hard to get rid of. And then there's all those gimmicky lasers, fat freezing methods, prescriptions. But imagine a simple solution that takes just one day and provides immediate, noticeable results. Introducing ProSculpt. ProSculpt uses air-assisted technology that's safe and gentle, yet powerful, delivering instant fat-reducing and skin-tightening results. Performed by board-certified plastic surgeons while fully awake, ProSculpt contours your body with minimal downtime. It's designed to target problem areas: waistline, face, neck, arms, thighs. ProSculpt gently removes unwanted fat and tightens loose skin with FDA-cleared plasma technology, all in a simple, guaranteed one-day procedure. ProSculpt is one and done. For your free consultation and $250 off, visit ProSculpt.com for powerful permanent fat removal and skin tightening that works for ladies and